And there's little Eva. Can you see her through the trap? She's just hanging out. She looks pretty relaxed.
Stella, Splash, Simba, Hydrox, Ditto, and Boo. The Lucky Ferals.
It's 6:02 a.m. and Boo has been hanging out over here and hissing at the door. I don't know what's going on in there. There was just a lot of noise a few minutes ago. They were a little noisy through the night, but I was able to sleep through it, no problem. I have to get Eva ready for the vet this morning, and I think I'll give them food before I leave. It is 6:30 a.m. Look what's going on here. So that bed was underneath the day sofa. It's now half on and half off. They ate all the wet food, they left the dry food. Here are 4 cats. Okay, so this runner came down, the rug came down, but look what came down on top of it. So there is my aloe plant that was on the shelf. It's been on the shelf since Ditto was here. And here's my fern. So aloe is not good for cats, and there's another piece of aloe. So I have to make sure I'm going to take that out of here, and I don't know what I'm going to do with the fern. Maybe I'll put the fern on the desk, and I'll clean up what I can, but I mean, I'm going to have to run a vacuum in here. So I think what I'll do is like a partial cleanup now, and then after I drop Eva off at the vet, I'll come back and do the rest of a cleanup. So I scooped all of the litter. I got a stool sample to bring to the vet with me. I swept up everything on the shelf. I wiped it all down with a pet wipe. I put everything back up there. I swept the floor as best I could with that little broom. And this is how it's going to be for now, which, you know, it needs more cleaning, but for now it's okay. Eva is over there, and this towel is half off. Like, I put it back on a little bit better, so someone's pulling on that towel. I have to clean out this transfer cage, put some towels in there, get her ready for going, and then after this is nice and clean, I have to get her over into it. Okay, so this isn't too bad, but look at what's going on here. So her water bowl was flipped over. That's why it's very important to use something that's going to be very absorbent, like the newspaper or these training pads. So it's all cleaned out. I left newspaper on the bottom. I put a training pad on top of that, and there's actually 3 towels. These are the same 3 towels that have been in use for every cat. So everything is reconnected. I'm going to take out the isolator fork, and I'm going to try to scoot her over here. And once she's in here, then I have to put the door on. And there's little Eva. Can you see her through the trap? She's just hanging out. She looks pretty relaxed. She looks so much like her brothers. So much like Ringo and Richard. So I'm going to scoot her over. First I'm going to try by just lifting this side of the cage, see if she'll run to the other side. If not, I'll have to use the isolator to kind of just gently nudge her. So basically all I had to do was take the towel off, and then as I walked toward the trap, she just scooted herself over. And I tried putting the isolator in, and she went back and forth a few times, but eventually now she's there, so now I could get her ready to go. It is 7 a.m. It's 37 degrees out, so it was another very cold night. I checked the security camera footage. I did not see Ziggy on it once. A fox came by. A really big cat came by. Oh, here's Ziggy. Here she is. Here you go. You want some food? So I just gave her some canned food and also some dry food. I need to keep her coming on a regular basis so that I could trap her. So there's the food. I'm going to go inside. She must be hungry. I feel bad for her because, you know, she's the only one left out here. So I think I might try to trap her sooner rather than later. It is 7:10 a.m. and it looks like Ziggy ate the wet food that I put on the plate. And she left most of the dry food, which is fine, as long as she's eating. The inside cats are eating their food. It's fish day, so they're having some canned fish. And now I just have to put some platters together for the kittens, and then I'm good as far as feeding everyone. For breakfast today, the cats are having some ocean whitefish and tuna from Tractor Supply. It was one of those big cans. That's what I fed to Ziggy today. So I gave them the rest of the can, split between both platters. I also gave them part of a can of Trader Joe's turkey and giblets. And I put a sprinkling of dry cat food on top. They haven't been the biggest fans of the dry cat food, but that's fine. They do like the wet food better, so. I'm going to lift up the towels so everyone knows the food's here, and then I'm going to leave. It is 7:40. Someone was just growling. I don't know who. I think it was Eva. So they ate, I don't know, a little bit more than half of what was on the plates. Richard was hanging out up here. Sammy's up here. And it looks like we're going to be leaving on time today. That's good. So I've had the car running for a few minutes now because there was ice on the windshield. I just put Eva in the car and we're getting ready to go. So we are about halfway to the vet's office, and look how beautiful this tree is. I've been talking to Eva, so she's been pretty quiet the whole time. She's only meowed a few times, so that's good. And I'm hoping today goes well. I'm hoping we get there nice and early so we don't have to wait. Last Friday, it was like a zoo there. There were so many people there. So hopefully today won't be that crazy. It's 10:30 a.m. Hello, Sammy. She was laying over here. So I got back from the vet's a little while ago. I had to run some errands on the way home, stop in the supermarket, that kind of stuff. Hello, Sammy. Hello. So they still have some food on their platters. Thankfully, there are no ants right now. The one good thing about the weather getting colder is that there's less ants. So I looked at the security camera footage from earlier today, and at around 6 a.m. what happened was like all the cats were out and about. And there's a cat up here, there's a cat over there, and Goldie was over here. And Goldie decided that she was gonna jump from here to there. So here's a shelf up here. And she jumped, and she knocked both of the plants down. The fern came down here, the aloe came down there. She came down with them, and then she ran over here, and everyone else scattered. So that's what happened. Now at that time, this stuff was already off of the top of the shelf. Like, it was already down. So I didn't watch everything that they did throughout the night. I really just wanted to see, like, how did those plants get knocked off the shelf. So what I think I might do is just take everything off that shelf. If they want to jump up there, they can jump up there. The problem is I have another shelf with other stuff on it, which cannot be knocked off. So I might have to just empty all the shelves in this room. And I feel bad doing it because this fern is doing so good. It was so small when I bought it, and it's just doing so good there. It loves it there. So I really don't want to move it from there, but it looks like I'm gonna have to. I should also mention that the earliest appointment I could get is Tuesday, so that's 4 days from now. I also checked the security camera footage from the patio, and around 8:30, Ziggy came back, and then she ate some more dry food. So she's been around. I'm gonna make sure that all the water bowls are filled with fresh water today. I'm gonna make sure she has food out there. I don't want to trap her today because I would have to keep her in the trap for 4 days until Tuesday. So I don't want to do that. I think what I'll do is I'll start Sunday. If I could get her in the trap on Sunday, then she'll spend less than 48 hours in the trap, which is more than I would like her to spend in the trap, but I need to get her trapped, and chances are I won't be able to do it on Sunday. I'd rather give myself 2 days to try to trap her than only 1 day, because we saw what happened yesterday. She did not come around and she didn't go in the trap. So maybe if I have 2 days, I could get her into a trap. I would just like to get it done with on Tuesday, let her get spayed, and then I'm done with the spays and the neutering, and I'm done with having to drive back and forth to the vet. So right now, I'm just gonna clean up in here a little bit, get things ready for when Eva comes back. I have to clean up this litter, reset all this. I'm gonna do some more sweeping. I'm probably just gonna get the vacuum because I need to vacuum like dirt off of the cat tower. They're already underneath the day sofa, so they'll just hide under there. Here's Richard, but it could be Nancy. Look at this. Nothing. No, oh, there's a plate. And who is this? Ringo. And here's... I don't know if you can see this guy. So there's Goldie, and that's Richard. So Goldie and Richard looks like he's sleeping. Yeah, he's sleeping. He's conked out. Maybe he was up all night. There's Ringo. There's Sammy. She's like, don't forget me. And there's Nancy. Hey, Nancy. So I've been cleaning up the room and I've been vacuuming. The cats are under the day sofa, whatever. It needed to get done. So I just walked back in the room because I dumped out the water and I saw Sammy. Sammy was over here. But when my brain saw her, it registered Boo because I'm so used to seeing Boo in this room. So I had like a mini heart attack, like, oh my God, how did Boo get in the room? And then I was like, oh no, it's Sammy, because I honestly thought that, you know, if Boo's in the room, all the cats are dead because he had attacked them. But yeah, so my mind's playing tricks on me right now. So I just put 2 fresh towels on the ground with some training pads on top, which works really good at keeping any spills off the floor. Then I put the litter box here and the trap here with fresh newspapers here. There's training pads in the trap also. So everything here is ready to go. The towels that were here are now in the wash. I cleaned out the water. I vacuumed everything as well as I could. They still have some food. So for now this is good. The only thing I need to do is remove everything from the shelves, but I might do that later. There's a cat. There's a cat. There's a cat. And there's 2 cats. It's 12:08 p.m. Stella was laying there. Boo was laying there. I was laying here. I said, I'm going to just lay down and relax for, I don't know, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. It was going to be a relaxing lunch hour. Then Stella got up and decided she needs to vomit. So this is where she vomited a hairball. Now I have to do all this laundry on top of all the other laundry I'm doing today. It's 4 p.m. Look at Splash. He's laying on the bed. The comforter is in the washing machine. The other blankets are in the dryer, but yep, Splash is going to just lay in the bed anyway. It's 4 p.m. and I need to scoop litter, and I was going to give the cat some food, but Sammy's eating what's left over from earlier today. I guess everyone else is still underneath the day sofa. It's nice and warm in this room. It's pretty chilly out today. I need to leave soon to pick up Eva, so that's why I need to just get some stuff done. I just put a platter outside for Ziggy. I want to make sure she has food and she keeps coming around on a schedule. The other cats, I think I'm going to give them dinner when I get back. And yeah, I guess Sammy's happy eating food that's been sitting here for a while. And I guess the other cats aren't hungry. Otherwise they would come out and eat something. So maybe I won't give them food before I leave, or you know what? I'll give them 1 platter. I'll get rid of 1 platter and then I'll give them a fresh platter. And then they can eat what they want when they want. Right, Sammy? You okay, Sammy? So there's Ringo. He's in the corner. I think Ringo's the shyest cat of the bunch so far, but he's also the newest cat. So that could be why he's very shy. And here's Goldie. She's in the bed. And can you see who's stretched out behind her? That looks like Richard back there. And here's Nancy. Hey, Nancy. So Sammy has been getting a lot of pets. And what I wanted to mention was that today I found out that the fat tabby with the white paws is named Bob. And that my neighbors at the end of the street have been, feeding him they TNR'd him and got him vaccinated probably over a year. I think it was like a year and a half ago. It was not this past summer, but the summer before. So that was good to know. So there's Bob, and then there's another tabby named Baxter. They're two fat tabbies that roam the neighborhood. But they pretty much stay in the yard at the other end of the street. Right there, Sammy. We're looking for Ziggy. Did you see Ziggy today? Tell her to come by here. Tell Ziggy to come by and to get in the trap. Because the trap is the way inside. That's the door to the inside. This is crazy. I was just telling Sammy to go in the potty. I was like, Sammy, go in the potty because I'm going to scoop it. I'm going to clean it. And guess what she did? She went in the potty. She just made a pee-pee. And I don't know why they do this, but they scratch the sides instead of the litter. Scratch the litter. I gotta move that towel out of the way because they'll scratch the towel into the litter box. Sammy, scratch the litter, not the litter box, the litter. There you go. There you go. Not the box, the litter. Not the box. Not the box, the litter. Scratch the litter. Okay. I just brought a new platter in. So this is some Trader Joe's ocean whitefish and salmon with a few crunchies on top. And there's Richard. Hey, Richard. You gonna say hello to me? Are you looking at the old plate? Give me pets, Richard. You're a nice boy. Eva's coming back. I'm gonna go get Eva soon, okay? I'm gonna go get her soon, okay? Okay, buddy? Okay, buddy? I think I need to get them a brush, like the yellow brush that I have for the other cats. Not that they're shedding a whole lot because it's not shedding season, but they could definitely be brushed. The only brush I have in here is the long-handled shower brush. That's not exactly a brush that's going to groom a cat. That's really more of a training brush. So looks like Sammy's eating all this. I'm probably going to put another platter of food out. Maybe they'll eat that before I bring Eva back. I'm giving them another platter of food, and this is the Earthborn Holistic Harbor Harvest with some crunchies on it. Now, when I walked in the room, Goldie was out and one of the other cats. So there were two cats out looking for food. Maybe it was Richard because Nancy's over there. I mean, maybe it was Ringo because Nancy's over there. So, yeah, look, there's Ringo. So I'll leave. They could eat whatever they want on these platters. And yeah, then I'll come back later with Eva. And if they want more food, they could have more food. It's 5:55 p.m. I just got home with little Eva from the vet. She's in the car. I have to unload her. And look, it's Ziggy. She's eating dinner. I'm happy she's coming around. I got to keep her coming around. And then hopefully the day after tomorrow, I can get her in a trap. So here's little Eva. She's 7 pounds. And she's still kind of out of it. She's hanging out here on the towels. And I hooked up the connector piece. And I gave her some food, some cat food with some chicken on it. And some water. And the litter's at the other end. So she could just hang out. I put a towel over it. I'm going to cover this one with the towel also. And hopefully she'll have a nice relaxing night. I'll check on her later to see if she ate the food, if she wants more food. All the platters in the room are empty, so that's good. It means the cats ate. I'll give them some more food later also. So she moved over to the other end. She's sitting in the litter now, but she should move back. I guess she got scared when I put a new towel on it. So we have to remember that Ditto spent weeks underneath the day sofa. So he would come out of the day sofa and lay on top of the day sofa, like if I was not in the room. But usually when I was in the room, he would be underneath the day sofa, exactly how these other cats are underneath the day sofa. And it was after 3 weeks where he finally started, you know, relaxing around me, loosening up around me. And it was around 28 days when he finally started letting me pet him and everything. So The behavior that these cats are exhibiting is completely normal for them to be hiding under the day sofa. They are comfortable there. They do come out. I mean, the fact that Sammy and Richard let me pet them and brush them and, you know, they're very social with me is a really great sign. And as far as the others, I think it's just going to take time for them to come around more. So that's why we're just taking things one day at a time. I'm really happy that Eva got spayed today. That was really, really good. It's good progress. So now the next bridge we have to cross is getting Ziggy trapped and then getting her to the vet for her spay surgery. So that is what we need to focus on. We can't concern ourselves with anything else right now. We have to cross that bridge first. It is 9:20 p.m. and I just brought 2 platters of food in for the cats. So I'm just using the cans that I have that are like half open in the refrigerator. One of them has some deckhand tuna and some wholehearted ocean whitefish. And then the other one has a can of turkey and salmon pate. There's some crunchies on them and also some shredded roasted turkey. And it's so funny because when I bring these in, it's like Sammy and Richard give themselves high fives. That's what it's like. They meow, they headbutt themselves, and they're like, yeah, high five, we got food. So I also brought in some food for Eva. I'm going to give her a small can or part of a small can of food, and I'm going to give her some shredded turkey also. Look at Nancy. Nancy, you going to eat some food? You going to eat some food? I got to shut the window, okay, because it's cold. It's cold, so I got to shut the window. It's getting cold. Hello. She's doing good. Look, she's not running and hiding yet. You okay? I have to make sure the room stays nice and warm for Eva and her recovery. I don't know where she is. I have to find out if she's over here or over there because I need to open it up and put the food in. I just gave Eva some food and fresh water. I took that bowl out and I washed it off and refilled it. And then over here, I took the towels out and the training pad because they were all wet. One thing I'm noticing is that the cats are peeing in this, but the pee is clear. Like, it's not yellow at all. It's just clear pee. So I'm going to put the towels in the wash, throw out the training pad. So I gave her a fresh towel and a fresh training pad. I've been wondering how they're using that litter box because, you know, it's not too tall. That's how they're using it. Oh my God, she just took a giant poop. That is a giant poop. I hope she covers it. So I'm going to let them eat the platters. So far, 3 have eaten. Goldie ate a little bit, so like 3.5 have eaten. If I leave, maybe Ringo will come out and eat something. So I'll let them finish the platters. I'll come back in, I don't know, a half hour and scoop the litter again. I have to make sure I'm scooping it multiple times a day because they only have 2 litter boxes right now. Once we're done with the traps, then I could add another litter box. Good morning, Stella. Stella just got a whole bunch of pets. It's 7:30 a.m. It is 38 degrees out, so I'm going to put a plate of food out for Ziggy. I looked at the security cameras. She was walking around 5:30 a.m. So I'm going to put out some homemade raw food with warm water mixed in and a few crunchies sprinkled on top. It is really cold out, so I put the plate of food underneath the feeding table. Hopefully she'll show up and eat it. It's 8:20 a.m. Some of the food on the plate has been eaten. I just looked at my security camera footage, so let me tell you what I saw. So around 7:47 a.m., the big white cat walked up to the plate and started eating some food. About a minute later, I saw Ziggy walking along the side of the house toward the patio. Then a minute after that, the big white cat turned around and kind of looked at Ziggy, walked away from the food. Ziggy walked up to the food, and then she spent a few minutes eating before she walked away. So I'm glad Ziggy's getting the food. I don't want that white cat hanging around here, especially when I'm trying to trap Ziggy, because I don't need them getting in a territorial fight where the white cat is going to claim the patio or try to claim the patio. So the white cat is on the radar of my neighbors down the street who also trap cats. And that's the next one that they want to get. They want to get the white one. They haven't had any success with it yet. I don't know if it goes all the way to their end of the street or they have just said that they've noticed it. I mean, it's a very striking cat. It's definitely a cat that you notice. It's not like it blends into a background or at night it's not visible. So black cats can be very difficult to see at night. Even tuxedo cats can be difficult to see at night because they blend into the shadows. And even during the day, tabby cats blend into like the foliage or the dirt and stuff like that. If you're walking near the woods and you see a tabby cat, a lot of times they'll blend into the surroundings. So white cats, all white cats, they don't blend. It's 8:54 a.m. Boo has given himself a new job. He's now the guard of the door. He's guarding his room. He's making sure the kittens are not wrecking it. And if he doesn't like what's going on the other side of the door, then he hisses at them. He wants to make sure they know he's the boss. He's the king. King Boo. Right, Boo? Boo is the king. He's like a lion. He's the king lion. Right? Boo's the lion king. Boo's the king panther. Panther King Boo. Panther King Boo. Boo, you want to see the cats? See any cats? See cats? There's Sammy. You see cats? Okay. Good boy, Boo. 9:21, and I noticed that there's more food eaten off of the plate. Just checked the security camera and Ziggy came back a few minutes ago and she ate some more food, so that's good. I need to keep her close by, I need to keep her on a schedule, and I need to keep her eating. It is 9:55 a.m. Let's see what's going on in this room. Hello, good morning. Good morning. How is everybody? So around 4 o'clock in the morning, I heard someone, and it was Nancy, on top of this cat tower playing with the fern that was up there. So I had to empty that shelf in the middle of the night just because I didn't want things falling. Here's Sammy and Richard. Hey guys. So I had another fecal test done yesterday. When I brought Eva to the vet, I brought in a stool sample. I don't know who it belonged to. So Sammy had a stool sample and hers was negative. And the stool sample that I brought in yesterday was positive. So I figured, you know, at least one of these cats is going to be positive. So they were going to prescribe the Strongid, the parental palmawate solution, which is what all the other cats have had. That time Boo had roundworms. All the other cats had that. And then when Ditto was diagnosed with roundworms, that is what the vet gave me. But thankfully, I bought a bottle of it online. So I have a whole bottle of it. And the person who called me from the vet's office was able to give me the amount needed. So she said it's 2 milliliters for like a 7 or 8 pound cat. And these cats all weighed 7 or 8 pounds. So she said I could dose them now and then another 2 weeks. Hey, hey, hey. So what we saw is something that has started recently with Sammy and the other cats. There's been more wrestling happening. I heard like strange noises overnight and I was like, what is going on? And yeah, they must be starting to feel better because they're starting to wrestle with each other. And don't forget, Sammy was the first one. So Sammy has been in this room for 20 days. Almost exactly 3 weeks now. So she's definitely starting to feel better, going through her recovery. Meanwhile, the other cats have not been, you know, that far in their recovery yet. So I just have to make sure that she's not wrestling with the wrong people. What I'm going to have to do today for breakfast is feed them individually with a dose in each meal and make sure no one is eating anyone else's plate. So, yeah, I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to do that, especially with Richard and Sammy who like to steal other people's foods. Anyway, I'm wearing gloves right now because I need to scoop the litter boxes. There is litter all over the place and it's just a giant mess. So I need to make sure that I keep this clean, and I need to make sure that there's no cross-contamination with like the other litter boxes in the house or the other cats or anything. So I'm glad I got the test results, but I was the one who had to be like, okay, well, I want another fecal test done. And they were even questioning me about that. They're like, well, the last test came back negative. And I was like, yeah, but now there's 5 other cats in the room. They're all sharing litter boxes, so I need to make sure everyone is negative. So, yep, we're gonna deworm these cats. Meanwhile, let's check on little Eva. Here she is. How you doing? How you doing, little Eva? So she was very good all night. No howling, nothing like that. She was pretty quiet. I hope you're okay. So she ate all her food and she tore up one of the training pads. She probably used the litter box. Maybe that's why. I don't know. I'm going to clean that out. Today is the day for her to come out of this trap, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm not going to let her out until she eats a meal with the dewormer in it, and then I'll let her out. So that's at least one cat that I will know, okay, they got the right dose. Richard, you can't eat everyone's food today, okay? You can only eat your own food, okay? Got it? Only your own. I just called the vet back to verify the dosage and the strength. So this is the parental palmoate suspension. It's 50 milligrams per milliliter. And that's what they prescribed, and they prescribed 2 milliliters per cat. So what I have here is a little bit of breakfast. This is homemade raw food with some warmed up broth mixed in. I'm only giving them a little bit. This is a little bit more than 1 ounce of food because I want them to eat it. I want them to lick the bowl clean, and then I'll know they had the full dose. They could get more food after that, but I just want to make sure I get the whole dose into them. So I have this little baby food jar, and I poured some of the medicine into this. And then here's my syringe. I'm just going to take it up into the syringe, mix it into the food, and then serve it to them. So I just squirt it into the food, and then I'm going to mix it in. Usually the cats have no problem eating this. And if they do, then I'll just put something stinkier on it, maybe mix in some tuna or something. So I decided to put a little bit of freeze-dried chicken topper on each one, just to give it a bit more of a meaty aroma. So hopefully they'll go for this. I gotta keep track of who's eating what. So they're all getting breakfast in bed. There's Sammy, there's Goldie, Richard's over here, there's Nancy. They're all eating except for Ringo. Ringo, you gotta eat your food, okay? Eat it. There he goes. Richard ate all of his food, so I just gave him some dry food. Eat the dry food, Richard. Don't even think about stealing anyone else's food, okay? I gotta go on the offensive with him. Don't even think about going near the thing. Eat the dry. So Sammy's eating. Goldie's eating. Ringo's eating. Did you finish? Nancy, did you finish? Yeah, she finished her bowl. Good. Hey, Goldie. Goldie, did you finish? Let Ringo finish. Goldie. Hey, get out of there. Let him finish. Here, eat this. I had to give Goldie some dry food also to keep her away. Hey, get out of there. Get out of there. Ringo needs to finish his food, and hey. Rick. Goldie. Sammy ate all of her food. Goldie ate all of her food. Nancy ate all of her food. Richard ate all of his food. I just got to get Ringo to finish everything in the bowl. What I was going to say is I waited extra long to feed them breakfast today, and it's a good thing because they're really hungry. And I gave them a small amount of food so they would eat it all. Let's check his bowl. So this is what Ringo has left. He ate the majority of what was in there. So I put some dry food in his bowl. And he moved over here. Hopefully what he'll do is eat the dry food and every bit of remaining food in the bowl. I mean, even if he doesn't, he got like 90% of the dose, which should be fine. So Ringo just came out from under the day sofa. I moved his bowl over near him. I just have to make sure no one else is going to steal it like Sammy. So overall, I would say this was a success. Don't hit him, Sammy. Come on. They all devoured their meal except for Richard, but he ate the majority of it, so I think he got most of the dose, which is okay. Now I'm going to bring in some food for Eva with the medication in it, and once she eats that, then she can come out of the trap, and then I'll give everyone else some more breakfast. So I just brought in some more food for the cats. They're each going to get another 2 ounces of the homemade raw food. So this will be a really big meal for them. They already had an ounce of food with their medicine, and now another 2 ounces now. So, okay, Richard, I'll give you one here. There you go. So there's Ringo. He's in the corner. There's his food. There's Goldie. She's eating breakfast in bed. There's Nancy. She has breakfast in bed. And there's Sammy with breakfast in bed. And here's Richard. He already finished his. Look at this, guys. Eva ate her food. She ate all of her food. That's awesome. So I'm going to put another bowl of food together for her, and then now she could come out. Look at this. So Sammy loves dried sardines. I was trying to distract Richard from eating everyone else's food, and I had a bag of dried sardines in here, but they're not like the whole pieces anymore. It's just the bottom of the bag, so it's just like small pieces and crumbles. So I put some in the bowl for him. He didn't want to eat it. But look, Sammy's eating it. And then in the other bowl, I put some Temptations. It looks like he ate those. So this is some food that I put together for Eva. It's the last of the raw food that I have defrosted, along with part of a small can of cat food. It's like a seafood dinner. So I am going to take the connector piece off and let her have her freedom. I'll do what I did for Ringo. I'll just separate them a little, put the food in the middle. We'll see if she comes out and eats that. So there it is. I took out the connector piece, separated the cages a little bit, and I put the food in the middle. I also put a security camera there just to record her movement. Maybe she's afraid of the camera. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Maybe she's afraid of coming out. Maybe she won't come out until I leave the room. I don't know. So right now it's probably almost 11 a.m. I slept in a little bit today, knowing that I wanted to open this cage, and usually when I do that I feed them a later breakfast. So it's really good that I did have them on the schedule for a later breakfast, because I was able to get the medicine into them. If I had fed them earlier, before the vet called, I would not have given them the medicine yet. So they would have gotten the medicine with their evening meal. So that worked out well. Today, there is an event going on by one of the local rescue groups. And I would like to go and check it out and just be a fly on the wall and just kind of like observe, okay, well, what's going on within this organization, and like, what's the situation here? And that's one of the nice things about being anonymous with this channel. So whenever I contact any of the rescues or the vets or anything, I don't say who I am. I don't say I have a YouTube channel. I don't say anything about that. I'm just a regular person. I don't want to be treated any differently. I don't want people to give me, like, you know, any favors, any special treatment, because I want to know what's really going on out there. And what often happens is the minute someone finds out, oh, you have a YouTube channel, or you have an Instagram with a bunch of followers, or you have a TikTok, and I'm not saying I have all those, basically I just have the YouTube. But a lot of times people will treat you differently. So I don't want that, and that's why I prefer to do things anonymously. And that's why I just, whenever I'm dealing with anything locally here, I just want to be as anonymous as I could be with everything. Obviously, it's for the safety of the cats also, and it's really just to find out, well, what's really going on? How is the situation for an average person? So, you know, if I'm just a regular person that has a bunch of kittens showing up in my yard, what kind of situation am I going to be dealing with? And I have a really good idea of that now, and it's not good, especially around here. I mean, maybe it's better in other areas of the country. I'm sure people have different experiences in different areas, but for the area I'm in, it's a really bad situation right now. Animal control still has not called me back. I mean, it's been over a month since I've been on their waiting list. No movement there. And as far as the rescues go, other than those 2 tickets, I mean, 7 cats and I could have 2 tickets. Other than that, it's just been a really horrible situation. And for someone who has not trapped cats before, or who has not really dealt with cats before, or had, you know, the experiences that I've had in the past, especially, you know, while documenting everything for this channel, I can imagine how much worse it would be for someone like that who, you know, is facing a bunch of cats and, you know, having to start from square one. So Richard is now in the cubby hole behind the water. He has all these beautiful beds, but he's going to go in that one that I'm using for storage to sit with the stuff that I'm storing. So I just wanted to document that in case anyone was wondering. I am not making any reference to this YouTube channel. I'm not making any reference to any of my other cats or anything. I'm just contacting these organizations like a regular average person dealing with this situation that I've been dealing with. So I hope that provides some clarity if anyone's been wondering about that. What is going on here? You know, Richard, you're lucky that box is strong enough to hold you. You're lucky you're still small and that's strong enough to hold you. Because if you weren't, you'd have problems right now. So there's little Eva. Hello, little Eva. Little Eva, you could come out. You could come out now. You want to come out? Come on out. So there's Nancy. She's hanging out in the corner. What I'm thinking is maybe I should put a little cat bed in that corner because they do tend to like to hang out there. Also, if they fall off the shelf, which they do, then they land on a little cat bed. But right now she's really, really happy laying on the stuff that's in the corner. So I'll just let her be happy. This is the shelf. There's cat paw prints all over it. And here's Richard. Hello, Richard. Hello, Richard. Can I have a pet? Have a pet? I bet you. You pet? You like pets. You like pets. He loves pets once you get started. He's just a little shy in the beginning. Oh no? You don't want any pets now? Okay. You're in a mood? Okay. Now, we have to remember that the dewormer medication can have some side effects. Hopefully nothing very serious, but it can cause some digestive disturbances in the cats. I just opened the window about an inch so they can smell the air. So I'm going to leave the room and we'll see if Eva comes out. I just collected all of the breakfast bowls. They are all completely empty. Nancy. Nancy. Hey, Nancy. Hey, Nancy. You're a pretty girl. She's looking at Richard. It's 12 p.m. Here's Splash. Here's Boo. Hello, Boo. Here's Stella. Hello, Queen Stella. And here's Simba. He's taking a nap in this cat carrier. They really like this cat carrier, but to be honest, I don't trust it with bringing them out of the house in it because it has the mesh sides and these cats have claws. Let's see what's going on in here. Look at Richard. He thinks that's a bed. You happy in there, Richard? Where's Eva? Eva's not in the trap anymore. Who is this? Is this little Eva? Eva, is that you or is that Ringo? I can't tell. Is that you, little Eva? What's going on over here? Who's over here? Actually, I think that's Ringo. Ringo's in the corner. There's Nancy. So we have Ringo, Nancy. There's little Eva. And here we have Sammy and Goldie. Hello, everybody. I was going to put the runner and the grass mat back up, but Richard has decided he needs to lay on it. So, everyone's calm. Everyone's resting. There are 5 cats under this day sofa. So, they had a late breakfast. That's good. So, I'm now going to go out for a while, enjoy my day a little bit, and I'll be back probably in a few hours. It's 2:11 p.m. I just got out of Stu Leonard's. I bought another rotisserie chicken for the cats. The last one is pretty much done, so I'll put it in a pot and make some more chicken broth with it, either later today or tomorrow. But today's the day after Eva's spay surgery, so the cats get fresh chicken. I should also mention that I went to the event for the rescue group, and based on what my experience was, I see like serious issues. I mean, if they're saying that this event and these events like the one that I went to are the main fundraisers for the organization, I could see why they have issues because, yeah, I think things were off. That's all I could say right now. I don't want to say too much, but I definitely think things were off based on what I saw. I was kind of surprised by some of the things that I saw, but maybe because I went late to it. So I'm going to go to the next one earlier. I'm going to put it on my calendar and try to get there earlier and see if it's a different experience. I don't want to totally judge it based on the experience that I had today. People were really nice. People that I talked to, I didn't specifically ask to speak to anyone from the rescue organization, but the volunteers for the event were very nice. But I don't want to just judge it based on that one visit. Hello, Goldie. There's Sammy. Hey, Sammy. I'm coming in to say hello and see how everyone's doing. You doing okay? Hey, Goldie. Oh, she's gonna go use the litter. So, oh, Sammy's rubbing up against me. Hello, Sammy. You okay? She's so funny. You're silly, Sammy. Okay? Give you pets? She's still getting used to getting pets. So what I need to do is clean up the trap. I'm going to take the trap out. And I want to put it outside. It's a practice day for Ziggy. And I got to clean up this area and get it ready for, Ziggy to come inside in a trap. I'd like to clean off the top of the shelves and the window, and I want to see if I have some of the mats that you put under rugs so they don't slide around. I'm going to see if I can put that on the runner on top of the shelf. Hello. Hello. You feel okay? I hope they're feeling okay after they got their dewormer today. Even though Sammy didn't have worms. But potentially they all do, other than her, so who knows. Okay. You're a nice girl, Sammy. You're a nice girl, Sammy. Okay, you show me your belly. I see your belly. I see your belly. Your belly looks good. Your belly looks good. So I gave them this toy at 4 o'clock in the morning because I thought that they were really active, because usually that would be like hunting time for them. So I put this in here. They were playing with it, and that was on at the same time. So I thought, let me just distract them, and it worked for a while. So let's check on everyone else. So here's Goldie. Someone's back there laying on the floor. I can't tell if it's Richard or Ringo. They look alike. I think that's Nancy over there. Oh, and there's another cat back there. That might be Eva. So like behind Goldie, but next to Richard. I think that's Richard. That looks like Ringo. He's like upside down. See him? So I guess that's Ringo. And then that would be Eva, unless she moved. Yeah. There, that's Eva moving around. She's probably scared. So Eva and Ringo, maybe they're back together again, buddies. And Richard. Well, at least they're really comfortable under the day sofa, I have to say that. Right, Eva? Hello, little Eva. You're so pretty. You're so pretty, little Eva. She's looking at the toy. Look at Sammy. So this is what's going on in the trap. There's the litter, and you can see that the training pad has just been shredded up, which is fine. So the food was completely eaten. That's very good. There's still water. I'm going to take that out and wash that and take this all outside, clean it up. So it's 4:20 p.m. I just set up the trap. It's practice day, so here's rotisserie chicken. This is from the old chicken, not today's new chicken. There's like a trail of it, and then here is some salmon cat food with some chicken on it. So hopefully Ziggy will come by and eat this and not the white cat. So we'll see what happens. I do have the security camera on it. It's 5 p.m. and Ziggy's outside. She didn't go in the trap. She walked right past it. So at least she's around. She knows it's there. She knows there's food in it. If she wants to eat, she can come back and go in the trap. It's not set. It's just practice day. Okay, so let me tell you what happened. I just went outside to close up the greenhouse for the day, and I looked through my fence because they're doing some kind of construction on the house next door, and they have like a big tarp up, and it's like only half closing, like an open area. And I was thinking to myself, man, I hope Ziggy doesn't go in there. And then I look, and she's in the yard. She's like only a few feet away from the fence. So I tapped on the fence, and I was like, Ziggy, go eat your food. I was like, I put food out for you, go eat it. And the next thing I know, I'm walking across the patio, and she's walking toward the food. So that's where she is now. And what I did was I put another plate near the opening of the trap where she is now, and I put a bunch of crunchies on it. So there's crunchies on a plate near the trap opening. There's a trail of chicken leading to the back of the trap. Then there's chicken and food in the back of the trap. And look, she's walking away from it again. Hopefully she'll go back in. I'm just going to leave her alone. I did take out the feather toy from the garage, but she didn't want to play with it. She got scared of it. So, okay, she's going to drink some water. Maybe she'll drink some water and then come back. The camera's on it, so I'll know if she goes in or not. The camera's been good at detecting that. So I'm gonna go give the kittens fresh water, then I want to give them another meal, and then I'll feed the other cats. It's 5:25 p.m. I'm here with 2 platters of food and a bowl for little Eva in case she doesn't want to come out. You know, she's fresh out of the trap, so she might be nervous. So they're having some wellness chicken pate with some of the fresh rotisserie chicken on it, and then a few crunchies. So I washed the top of the shelf. I wiped it down, cleaned it off, and then I found this, it's like a runner non-slip mat. It's a little bit too long. At first I was going to cut it, but then I was like, you know, I'm just going to leave it like this. Let's see if it works, if it keeps everything from sliding off. It might not. The reason why I'm not using it under my rug is because it didn't really work. So let's see if it works up here. Both of the litter boxes have been scooped out, and I put some more litter in them, topped them up. I cleaned out the water dispenser, refilled it. I put down new towels, new training pads. Everything is pretty much ready to go. There's Sammy. She probably smells the food. Oh, she's rubbing up against me. Hello, Sammy. You want a pet? Nice girl. Nice girl, Sammy. You're a nice girl. Is Richard going to come out? Who's going to come out to eat? Anyone going to come out to eat? I got to figure out where Eva is so I could give her her bowl. She gets princess treatment today. Where's little Eva? Little Eva gets princess treatment, okay? Who's where? I can't see. It's getting dark. Little Eva's right there. There's Ringo. I don't know if this is focusing. There's Goldie. Nancy just walked to the edge, so... Oh, look at this. There's Richard. See Richard? There's Richard. Richard, come out. Come out, Richard, because I know he would eat. Whatever I put in there for Goldie, he's going to eat. It ends up that Richard and little Eva might be a couple. They were laying right next to each other. I'm going to give you some food, little Eva, okay? It's your celebration dinner. It's your celebration dinner. You going to go over there? You scared? You stay right there. I just gave her a bowl of food, and I put both of the platters down. So Goldie's eating the food from the bowl underneath the day sofa. I think Eva moved over there. There's Nancy. She's going to come out. I'm going to leave the room. They'll probably go and eat. There's a camera here, so hopefully it'll pick up what they're doing. And Richard used a litter box. Nancy's using a litter box. And yeah, so far I have not seen any worms in the litter box. Sometimes you'll see that. I haven't seen it yet, so I'll keep an eye out for it though. So anyway, I'll leave. Hopefully they'll come out and eat. I did raise all the towels so they can see that the food's there. So they came out to eat once I left. And I'll check back in in a little while just to see if they finished everything on the platter. If they did, I'll put some more food out. But so far these platters are working out pretty good. Maybe Nancy's not feeling good from the deworming medication. I mean, that's definitely Sammy, definitely Richard, definitely Nancy. Oh, there's Goldie. So that's Goldie. She just came out. So that's Eva. There we go. Ringo, Eva, Richard, Sammy, Nancy, Goldie. Oh, I'm glad she's eating. Okay, good. Good, everyone's accounted for. Except Nancy needs to eat something. Meanwhile, Boo is the taste tester. He has to make sure all of the chicken meets his standards before I could give it to the kittens. When I make roast turkey, he has to make sure that he tastes it first. And anytime there's a new rotisserie in the house, he has to get the first bite. Right, Boo? And he also likes to get a taste of any canned food that I'm going to give to the kittens. So, like for Ziggy, I opened up a can of salmon pate. He had to make sure that he had a taste of it. Right, Boo? He wants to make sure that, they're getting good food. Okay? So what I'm realizing is that maybe Ziggy is not a fan of chicken. So not every cat likes chicken, and some like fish better, or maybe turkey better, or, who knows what. So maybe she doesn't respond to chicken. So I think I'm going to look in my storage cabinet downstairs, see if I have some sardines, like a regular can of sardines. Maybe I could put some pieces of sardines in there tomorrow and see if she responds to that. Look at this. Both of the platters are clean. There's a few crunchies on there, so I'll leave them here. There's Richard and Sammy. Go tell Ziggy to eat her food. So here are all the plates. There's just a few bites left on each plate, so I'm just going to leave these here, and then I'll come back later and give them some more food. So I still want to put all of these towels in the laundry, and I just looked downstairs, and yeah, I don't have like extra towels. When Ditto was here, I had lots of towels, but what happened was they were so stained because, he had that issue where he was bleeding and everything, that I ended up just throwing them out after he passed away. I was like, I'm just going to get rid of these. So some of the towels, like the green one and the blue one. Those are from Christmas Tree Shop because they had pretty inexpensive towels there. Then the white ones were from Costco. There's like a Costco business center around here, and it was like a whole bunch of towels for like $25 or something like that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So like right now I have 5 towels on this day sofa. What I might do is take a ride to the Christmas tree shops and see if they have towels right now, and maybe buy some extra towels. So that way I could put these in the laundry and then put fresh towels on here. I don't want to use my good towels. So like I'm not using my good towels that I use in my bathrooms. I just want to use, you know, cat towels. So that's what I think I might do. Right now it's like 6:05 p.m. I might eat something first and then go out for a while and then come back and deal with the cats. So it's 6:30 p.m. and it got dark really fast. And I'm gonna go put the trap out. I just saw what looked like Bob or maybe Baxter running that way. I don't know if they were eating any of the food. Yeah, I can't tell if any of the food has been eaten. It does not look like any of it's been eaten. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the plates out of the trap. I'll leave them under the table. I'll leave the chicken under the table, and then I'm gonna put the trap in the garage. And then tomorrow I'm gonna set it for real. I'll probably set it, I don't know, maybe a little bit later in the morning. I don't know. I have to see what tomorrow's looking like. And then let's hope we get Ziggy in it tomorrow. It's 9 p.m. and I just put down 2 platters of food. So these are 2 cans of the Trader Joe's turkey and giblets pate with some water mixed in and some dry food on top. And look at this, they're coming out to eat. Here comes little Eva. There she is. Look at this, look at Nancy. She's eating underneath Richard. Here's little Eva. Hey, hey, Sammy, Sammy. Sammy just hissed at little Eva. And then little Eva shook it off and went back under. She's like, I'm not dealing with this. So it's just Eva and Ringo underneath the day sofa. I guess Richard doesn't want to eat. Maybe he ate too much earlier. Okay, she's going to try again. Or that was Ringo. Go around to the other platter, Ringo. Okay, there's Ringo. So he's bigger than little Eva, and she has more brown on her back than he does. Is she going to come out and eat? Okay, Ringo? I mean, it's a good sign that they're out while I'm here. I just want to see who's going to eat what. Are they going to leave you some food? Ringo, are they going to leave you some food? If they finish all the food, then I'll put another plate together for Ringo and little Eva. But I just want to see, like, what's going on. Go eat some food. You can eat. You can eat, Ringo. You're hungry, Ringo? Go eat some food. Don't let them eat it all. Maybe I need to put 3 platters in here. So I went to the Christmas tree shops. I did not buy any towels. The prices on the towels are way more than I paid. I remember paying like $3.99 for a towel. Like they were really cheap. And now they're all like $9.99. So I was like, no. But what they had was like seasonal plush blankets on sale. They were 40% off. So I ended up getting 2 plush blankets, which I think will cover that nicely. And I remembered that, you know, when Ditto was here, he was drooling a lot. And that's why I was using the towels, because they were more absorbent than blankets were. These guys are not drooling, like they're not bleeding or drooling. So I could easily use blankets instead of towels. So that's why I'm hoping the blankets fit. I got 2 of them. Look how skinny Nancy is. Hopefully, when the worm medicine kicks in, maybe she'll gain some more weight or eat some more food. She's so skinny. I also got more paper platters. They were on sale for 40% off also. It was like all the fall Thanksgiving merchandise was on sale for 40% off. So I got some of those. I also got them a new toy to play with. I got them one of those toys that are like a mouse under like the fabric. The other cats had one, but it was so loud I ended up throwing it out. Okay, here they come out. Okay, you guys gonna eat with Richard? You eat with Richard then. You eat with him. See Eva back there? She has more brown than Ringo. Come on and eat, Eva, okay? You could come on and eat. Listen, Sammy's mean to everybody, not just you. She's mean to everybody, okay? Come on out. Come on out. She's like a torty tabby. Come on, Eva. You could do it. You can do it, Eva. No mean girls allowed. No mean girls allowed. So right now it's 4 girls and 2 boys in here. Richard's going to use the litter. After they eat, I'm going to scoop the litter tonight one more time. And I want to give them that new toy to play with. Maybe it'll keep them occupied tonight. I have so many cat toys downstairs. I really need to go through my stash and take some more out for these guys. But it's a really good sign that I'm standing here and they all came out to eat, even though Eva went back under. I mean, today's her first day out of the trap, so it's really good for her. Like Ringo's eating right now. Goldie's just sitting here. Someone's purring really loud under the day sofa. So I also went to Target and I got them the larger water dispenser. And then I also got them the matching larger food dispenser. Because I figured, well, if I'm out for a full day or something, or even if I need to go on an overnight trip or something, then at least they'll have a bunch of dry food in that dispenser. I do have another one of the programmable dispensers. Actually, I have another one of the 5-meal programmable dispensers that I give the other cats when I'm going away. I would probably just fill that with dry food. And then I also have another one of the dispensers like the kind I use outside for the automatic feeder. I have one of those. It hasn't been set up. It was like an extra one that I thought I was going to give Stella, Boo, Splash, and Simba, like when I go away, but they can't handle it. There's too many fights. So I could potentially use that in here. I like having options, and I'd rather have what I need than not have it and, have to order it or find it somewhere and, potentially not be able to do that. So I always like having more than enough supplies than not enough. So it looks like maybe they're done. So I gave them 2 cans of food along with some crunchies. So for 6 cats, that would be about 1/3 of a can each plus some crunchies. I put a platter under the day sofa near Eva. So there's little Eva under the day sofa and I put a platter there with her. I know it's blurry. Maybe she'll eat it. I'm playing with this ball on the cat track. So they just ate, and I don't like playing with wand toys like after a cat just eats because sometimes they get an upset stomach and might vomit. Hello. Hello. Nancy's so pretty. Nancy's such a pretty girl. So is Sammy. All these cats are so handsome and pretty. Right, Nancy? You gonna use a litter box? I put the platter of food on the day sofa. Nancy went to smell it, and then Richard came over. Look at these two lovebirds. Every time Nancy tries to eat something, he has to like come over and steal it, or try to steal it. Yeah, she has a toy. She has a mouse. I don't mind if they play with toys like that after they eat. It's just, I don't want them running and jumping around. Usually, cats would be running and jumping before they eat, you know, when they're hunting. I just don't want to clean up vomit. Hey, Nancy. Hey, Nancy. How you doing, Nancy? Gonna eat some food? I hear someone eating under the day sofa. Sammy went under the day sofa, so I don't know if she's stealing food. Let me see your belly. Let me see your belly. Can I see your belly? Oh, there's Sammy. She's not stealing food. She's like right there. So I put the platter on the floor near Nancy before, and then Sammy like bopped her, and Nancy backed off. I told Sammy she wasn't nice because she already ate like what she wanted to. She should let Nancy eat. I think Nancy's so skinny because every time she tries to eat, she's getting either bopped by Sammy or Richard's trying to steal her food. But she loves Richard. The two of them like love each other. Right? Right, Nancy? Oh, here comes Ringo. Ringo's gonna come out. Hey, Ringo. You gonna headbutt Nancy? Are you and Nancy friends? You guys good? Whoa. She made it up there, but first she jumped onto the box and then up there, and you know, that's not a really sturdy box. Once the trapping's done and we're done with the traps, I could get rid of the box and just put the water somewhere. Most likely under the desk. Maybe they don't get along. Maybe Nancy and Ringo don't get along. I'm trying to figure out the dynamics between the cats. Oh, here's little Eva. Hey, Richard. Richard was pulling her. Maybe she wants to be near Ringo. Okay? Everybody okay? I gotta scoop the litter soon. Who's under this blanket? Who's under this blanket? It looks like Sammy. What you doing, Sammy? How you doing, Sammy? You hiding? You're a pretty girl. You're a pretty girl, Sammy. So there's Nancy. There's Ringo. There's Richard. In the corner is little Eva. Here's Sammy. Who are we missing? Goldie. Goldie's under the day sofa. So these are the two plush throws that I got for the day sofa. They're just plaid. Everything else had like different types of prints. Like one had dogs, the other had like pumpkins, one had like beverages. It was like all fall themed, and I just like this because it was plaid. It was really like the most plain that they had, and it also matches the floor. So I got 2 of these. I'm not going to put them on the day sofa yet. I'll probably do that tomorrow, or maybe I will do it now. If none of the cats are on the day sofa, maybe it's a good time to do that. And then this is the game that I got the cats. This is Cats Meow Deluxe. It says now with 3 speed settings. I think the one that I had 3 speed settings. It says the toy your cat can't resist. 30-minute auto shut off. So this should keep the cats entertained for 30 minutes. It also says mouse wand moves silently. The one that I had was not silent at all. It was like so loud. So it'll be interesting to see how this one is. But I definitely like the fact that it is supposed to stay on for 30 minutes. So I'm going to set this up for the cats in a little while and we'll see if they play with it. So here are the 2 throws on the day sofa, and they fit really well. There's quite a bit of overlap between them. I don't have them hanging over the sides, so it's not hanging over that side and it's not hanging over that side. However, underneath this, I do have really thin, see these I had on the day sofa. These were underneath the quilt that I had. So I'm just keeping them on here because they were here under the towels. So that's under these throws. These throws are so soft, like so soft. So I think the cats are going to enjoy laying on these. They're going to be more comfortable than the towels were. So here's the cats. There's Eva, Goldie, Richard, Ringo, Nancy. So one thing that I don't have in this room now anymore that I haven't had is a TV. So when I moved this desk here, and then I had like the stereo and the vinyl records here, I moved the TV out of this room just because I wasn't watching TV in this room anymore. I used to watch it with Ditto because I used to, spend time with him, like when I was training and socializing him. And then when he was sick in here, I used to put nature videos on for him. He enjoyed watching those. Sometimes I would put relaxing music on for him, just like nature sounds, like relaxing things like that. And I found that he really liked that, especially like, the other cats, they like to watch mouse videos or bird videos and stuff like that. So I'm kind of thinking maybe once Ziggy is trapped and I take the trap out and the cage out, maybe I would be able to put like a small unit here with a TV on it. Or instead of putting the TV up high, maybe I would just get something low and put a TV here. I don't know. I'm just kind of talking out loud right now because, the cats do enjoy it. Boo loves it. It's 9:45 p.m. right now, and I just scooped out both litter boxes, and I can confirm that there were worms in this litter box. There was poop in this litter box, and a few pieces had what looks like worms. Of course, they're covered in cat litter, so they're a little bit harder to see, but if you've never seen roundworms that come out of a cat before, the best way I could describe them is they're about the same thickness as angel hair pasta. Not as thick as spaghetti, but they're about the same as angel hair pasta. And they're not as long as like a piece of pasta. They might be a few inches long, maybe like 2-3 inches long, but I could see what looked like that with some of the poop that I scooped. So at least I know that the dewormer is working. Tomorrow I want to take both of these litter boxes outside and, get rid of the litter, thoroughly scrub them down, sanitize them, and then put them back in here. Because usually with that medicine that the cats were on, what it usually does is it paralyzes the worms, so they'll just pass through the cat, and usually within like 24 to 48 hours they're out of the cat, and then it's just a question of you know, whatever eggs or larvae are still inside the cat that are like reproducing. That's why you have to give the cat another dose after 2 weeks. And then the holistic vet that I take the other cats to even recommends it like another 2 weeks after that. Okay, so let's check out this Cat's Meow Deluxe toy. Let's see if it's exactly like the one that I got rid of. Maybe it's better than that one. And let's see if the cats will like playing with it. I don't know if I have to get batteries for it. So let's open it up. It says insert 3 C batteries. So I found some C batteries. That is good. There's Sammy. Oh, look, I just realized, look at this. It matches. That's nice, even though this is going to get covered. So I'm going to put this together. I just connected the wand. And Sammy's already like playing with it. She's going to eat it. You going to chew on it? Let me set it up, okay? Let me set it up first. Look at this. That's someone's paw. Whose paw is that? Whose paw is that? See how gentle they are? Okay, it's all set up. I put the cloth cover on it, and then you just secure the top. Let's see, is it going to be noisy like the last one? Is it going to be quieter? How's it going to work? It seems a lot quieter than the last one. So that's medium, fast, and random. I'm going to put it on random. So I took it off random and I put it on slow because it's their first time with the toy, so I'm just going to leave it on slow. The slow is still pretty fast. I think once I leave, the other cats will come out and check it out. So this should keep them entertained for at least a half hour. I want to see what happens if she tries to stop it. Is it going to make that horrible clicking noise? Oh yeah, look. It's not clicking. It's not making that horrible grinding clicking noise. This one is so much better than the one I got rid of. I'm thinking I might have to go back and get another one for the other cats. They only had 2 left on the shelf. And they were kind of up and out of the way, so I don't think most people are going to see them. And they're not open tomorrow. Maybe I'll go back Monday. Yeah, look at that. Look. She stopped it and it's quiet. Alright, we'll see if this lasts through the night or if they're going to break it. Someone's poking their nose out. I think it's Goldie. Goldie's like, what is this? Look at what's going on there. Look at someone's paws coming out from under the sofa. Look at Goldie's paw. She's like, I'm not going to come out, but I'm going to play. So this is the security camera that I have in the room, and there were 5 cats playing with this toy, but then Sammy and Nancy got into a little bit of an argument and they're off near the cat tower, but right now there's 3 still playing with it. So it seems that it's really entertaining them, which is good. We'll see how long the batteries last and how long this toy lasts. So it's 10:30 and the toy stopped. I still see paws on it. That's Nancy's paws. And I just came in here to turn it back on because the cats were really enjoying it. Like at one point it was almost every cat in the room. It was 5 out of 6 cats like playing. They were all in a circle around it. So yeah, I'm gonna turn it back on for them. It's 11 p.m. and it looks like they broke the stick off. So see what they did? They pulled this part off, but this comes out. And this is what used to happen on the old one also. So I'm gonna put it on and I'll turn it back on for them and then they're good to go. It's 9 a.m. Let's check on the kittens. Good morning. Good morning. Goldie's hissing. Good morning. Hello. How's everybody doing today? So I'm gonna sit down on here. So what I noticed is that they're not using this part. A few of them laid on the towel, but maybe they're afraid of this part. Maybe they don't like the texture of it. I don't know. Maybe I just need to sit on it to put my scent on it. Hello, Sammy. Sammy's been rubbing up against me. So let me tell you what happened last night because it was, you know, not the best night. So I went to bed later than I wanted to go to bed, and then I woke up around 3:30 a.m. because I had been hearing a lot of scratching on the litter boxes in here. Hey, Goldie. And I was like, I better get up and scoop out the litter because they all had the dewormer and maybe, you know, they're using the litter box more than they normally would. So I scooped out all the litter boxes and then I gave them a platter of crunchies because they appeared to be hungry, and a lot of times if they're really active at night, usually, you know, they're trying to hunt. I hope you guys don't have fleas. Do you guys have fleas? I hope they don't, because when I take them to the vet, they're supposed to check them for fleas. So, anyway, I gave them a plate of crunchies, which we can see have been devoured. And then I went back to bed, and then I woke up a few hours later because I was just hearing noise in the room. They were very noisy in this room last night. At one point, it sounded like they knocked something down. It was kind of a big bang. So I checked the security camera footage. I don't know what they had done. I don't know what they did. I couldn't see anything on the security camera that would indicate a big bang or anything. So, yeah, it's like they don't sleep. At least this one, Sammy, hardly ever sleeps. Maybe she sleeps during the day. And Richard looks tired now. So I am going to straighten things up a little bit. I mean, everything's pretty much really good in this room. I'm going to straighten that up so when I bring, hopefully, Ziggy in the trap today, everything's good there. And then I'll give them breakfast, and then maybe they'll relax and calm down. Oh, also, I did put this on for them in the middle of the night. They love this toy. And they keep pulling this part off. Like, this part keeps pulling off, and at one point I couldn't even find this. It ended up being under the day sofa. So this toy is a big success for the cats. Right, guys? So they really like it. So I'm happy I bought it, but we're not going to turn it on until later today. And what I really like about this one is that it is so quiet. If I leave the room, I don't even hear it. Like, I'll be walking by the room and I'll be like, is that even on? And then if I put my ear to the door, then I could actually hear that it's on. Or if I check the security cameras and I see that it's moving around, then I know it's on. But they really had a good time with this yesterday. Maybe that's why they were noisy at night. Maybe it got them too excited and they were just then, you know, jumping around. I don't know. Other than enjoying themselves, they seem pretty content. I mean, they have each other to play with now. And there are 6 cats in here now, so there's going to be more noise than if it was only 2 or 3 or 4. Also, another thing, if I had not ordered these bags, like, I would really be in a bad position right now. It is so convenient and easy to have so many of these bags that I could just use for cleaning out this room and cleaning out the litter especially. Just makes life so much easier. It's 9:20 a.m. I just put down 2 platters of food. So it's homemade raw food with some water mixed in and some dry food on top. I don't know who it is, but someone is purring really loud under the day sofa. And it's not Richard, because Richard's right here. It's coming from around here. So I'll let them eat this. If they eat all of it, I can give them some more food. But I need to get all the cats fed so then I can get the trap ready outside. Hey, Nancy. You can eat some food. Someone is still purring under the day sofa. So it's either Ringo or Eva. It's probably Ringo. There's Ringo. Hey, Ringo. Okay, I'll leave so they can come out and eat. It is 10 a.m. and I just set the trap up. I moved it away from the table because, I don't know, maybe that's why she has not wanted to go in it. I don't know. I might move it a little bit closer to the table. Anyway, it's set up with sardines. I opened up a can of sardines in water with no salt added. Not that she's going to eat it, but, you know, I did put like 4 pieces leading up to the plate. So I put a trail of the sardine pieces on the cardboard. And then here on the plate, I have sardines, some dry food, and then a scoop of wet food. I'm just trying to, you know, get the smell going. Maybe there's something there she'd like. So let's see if she responds to sardines today. I checked the security camera footage and she was around earlier this morning. She was also around last night around 9:30. She was looking for food, but at that hour there's no food out. So maybe she'll respond to this. If she doesn't take this bait, then I'll put something else in it this afternoon. Maybe I'll roast another turkey breast or something today. So we'll see how this goes. So let's look at what's going on in here. Both of the platters are empty. So I'm going to put what I have left of these sardines on the platters. I just want to see how the cats respond to them. Are they going to eat them? Are they going to ignore them? Like, what's the deal? So that's all that was left from the can. Of course, it's going to be Sammy, the brave one, checking it out. She really enjoyed the dried sardines yesterday, or the dried minnows, so she'll probably enjoy these too, if no one else joins her. Look at Richard, he's sleeping by the windows. I hope he gets some good sleep. So here comes Goldie. Yay, hopefully if she likes them, maybe her sister Ziggy will like them also. Maybe torties like fish. So sardines are a small fish. They're very high in omega-3 fatty acids, which is very good. It's healthy, anti-inflammatory. And as long as they're not packaged in like soybean oil or canola oil. These are packaged in water. The other good ones are the ones that are packaged in olive oil. And because they are such small fish, they're very low in mercury, so that's not really a consideration like it is with tuna. And they're not farm raised, they're usually wild. So then there's usually not an issue with farm raised fish either. All right, so at least these two like it. It's almost 1 p.m. I've been doing laundry all day, so I just put a clean towel here on the day sofa. Maybe they'll use it again. They haven't been wanting to use the plush blanket, so we'll see what happens. The 2 platters were completely licked clean, so they enjoyed that. I don't know what was going on under here, but like all of this is out of place, so I'll put that back. And here's Sammy. How you doing, Sammy? Sammy, you have such cute paws. Your paws are so cute. You're a cute little girl, Sammy. Oh, don't worry, I'm not going to bother you. You stay. You stay. Oh, you want some pets? Oh, I got boots on. You don't like my boots. You don't like my boots? Here. I'll give you some pets. She likes pets once you get started. She's so soft. My hands are so rough because I've been doing so much dishwashing today. I'm like cleaning and organizing my kitchen. Like I have a unit where I keep all the stuff for the cats, and it really has not been cleaned out since Ditto was here. So I've been cleaning and organizing it, and I have a whole sink load of dishes and stuff that I need to wash, and I was washing like a lot of the cat stuff. It's all like organized on their own special shelves now, and I have all the raw food continuing to defrost so I can make that, and it's just a day of doing laundry, cleaning the house, organizing. Maybe I'll be able to post a video later, I don't know. So she just went under there. That's fine. Another thing I'd like to do is actually vacuum out this room. I want to give it a good vacuum before Ziggy comes in. Look at this, guys. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Who is that? Is that Richard? Richard. Like, they don't really know their names yet. I don't know if it's Richard or Ringo. I don't think it's little Eva. I think it's either Richard or Ringo. Who is that, Richard? Or is that Ringo? I would have to move the towel to look at his fur. It might be Richard. But whoever it is, I guess they like it in there. I think it's Richard, because Richard has been like out a lot. Usually him and Sammy are out from under the day sofa. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I just think it's kind of interesting. So I do have another one of those. I do have another one of these transfer cages in the garage. Maybe I should bring it in here and the cats might like to lay in it. I don't know where I'd put it yet until we're done with the trapping. I really want to trap Ziggy today just to get it over with. So far she has not gone anywhere near the trap. Okay, it's Richard. Hey, Richard. Hey, Richard. Come here, Richard. Come here. I'll give you a pet. Yeah. You want a pet? Want some pets? No? You're gonna go under there too? Alright. Okay, all the cats are under the day sofa. That's fine. So everything under here has been put back in place. And what I was saying is that I really would like to get Ziggy in a trap today, just to get it over with, know that she's going to make the appointment in 2 days, and then just not have to deal with that and really feel like I'm moving forward. Because right now I feel like everything is just in limbo. I really can't move things forward as much as I would like to, because I still need to get her trapped and taken care of. So that's an issue. Another thing I'm thinking of doing is actually setting a second trap, maybe putting it along the side of the house where I've seen her on the security camera footage today. So I've seen her walk up and down around the side of the house. I'm thinking maybe what I'll do is I'll put a trap there. Maybe I'll see if I have some like burlap or something in the garage that I kind of maybe can disguise it with. I'm just trying to find different tactics. And probably in like an hour or so, I am going to go outside and rebait the trap that's on the patio. So in the meanwhile, I just put this toy on for the cats. We'll see if they play with it. Someone is just about to poke out. Who is that, Sammy? They're gonna play from underneath there. There goes Richard. I think that's Sammy. Is she gonna poke her paws out? It's 1:30 p.m. and it's starting to rain, so I just moved the trap underneath the table. Maybe she'll go in it now. I have not seen her. I looked at the security camera footage. She hasn't been walking around since earlier this morning, so maybe she's just, you know, sleeping right. Here she is. Here she is. Oh my God, go in the trap. Go in the trap. Go in the trap. I have everything ready. So earlier today, I put a few crunchies in the bowl of that automatic feeder because sometimes the sound of it would attract the cats. So that's what she's eating now. Maybe that'll loosen her up enough to go in the trap. There's not that many crunchies in there. She's smelling the food on the plate. Let's hope she goes around and goes in. No, she's walking off. She's gonna drink some water? Maybe she'll drink some water and come back. Maybe I'll put another trap underneath that table. Although, I don't think the trap will fit under that table because that table's lower. I'll have to see. I'll have to see if I could put a trap under that table with some food in it. Okay, maybe she'll drink some water, then come back. She just walked off this way toward the driveway, the other part of the yard, so I'm still hopeful she'll come back. So here's what's going on. I put the trap here against the garage, and I put some warmed up tuna for cats on the plate with a few crunchies, and then I got some Temptations, like the big ones, like double stuffed Temptations, and there's like a path of Temptations leading in there, and I did put it under this table to protect it from the rain because it's like drizzling right now, and the table legs are probably like an inch too short, but it's okay. It's balancing on top anyway, so we'll see if this works to attract her, to get her in here. These are jumbo stuffed Temptations. I had these from when the cats were sick back in February, when they all had, like, you know, diarrhea and vomiting, and I was just trying to get them anything that they might want to eat. And I just looked at these bushes, and I'm actually really upset about this because it looks like this one is not doing well. All these bushes are vibrant green, and then this one looks like it's sick. It might be dying, and I hope it's not, because these are my privacy hedges, and I really like the privacy that they give this part of my yard. So yeah, I don't want to see that one die. Although I do have to say that they have gotten so much taller. They've probably doubled in size since I've been living here. So it might be a situation where the two on either side would just kind of fill in that gap if that one does go down to disease, or I don't know what's going on with it. That's the one that the kittens used to be attracted to for whatever reason. And when Simba and Splash were living outside, they killed my hibiscus tree because they were like scratching it so much. So I'm hoping that's not what happened here. It's about 2:10 p.m. I just rebaited this trap with some rotisserie chicken, put a path of chicken in. Maybe she'll like this. I also have some catnip, which I'm going to sprinkle in there. Maybe that'll help. So I just put catnip on the plate and on the trapping plate, and we'll see what happens. It's 3 p.m. I did not hear this trap go off, but look, it's Ziggy. It's Ziggy, so I'm going to cover her up, and yeah, so the warm tuna did it. She's not happy. I'm really happy I just happened to look out the back door when I did. I did not hear this trap go off, which is weird. I don't know, maybe because it was under the table. Like, I saw something move in the trap and I was like, wait a minute, isn't that where the plate is supposed to be? And I couldn't figure out like what was going on with the trap. I'm like, I thought I put it out there the opposite direction. I literally stared at this trap for almost a minute before I realized that there was a cat inside of it and the trap had, you know, gone off. So I'm gonna leave her here. I'm gonna go inside. There's a bee like right around there. I'm gonna go inside, make sure the room is ready, take the gate off the door, then I'm gonna bring her in. I am so shocked right now that she's in this trap. You have no idea. So I just got her inside and I lifted up the blanket on the day sofa so they could see her and she could see them. Maybe she won't flip out. And I am going to move her over there in a minute. I just need to clean up some stuff like in the hallway and outside. So right now, everything is good. Okay, I'm gonna cover you. I'm gonna cover you, okay? So there she is. I put the litter box on this side with a training pad and newspapers, and I was able to get her into this side, get her isolated in this side, and then I was able to clean out this side the best that I could. I put 2 training pads on the bottom. I put newspapers on top of that. I gave her a towel that I sprayed with Pet Remedy. I gave her a toy. I gave her a new catnip mouse toy because she's going to be in this trap for more than 24 hours. Less than 48 hours though, so I gotta do the math and start a countdown to figure out when that's gonna be. I gave her some food and water, so I gave her more of the tuna that she wanted to eat when she went into the trap, and I gave her some temptations on it also. So if she eats that, then I could give her some more food. I'm not gonna give her the dewormer until I know like how much she weighs, so I'm gonna wait until after she gets back from the vet and then they say it's okay to give her the dewormer. I guess I could assume it'll be the same amount. I mean, she pretty much weighs the same amount as the other cats do. So maybe I will, if she eats the food, maybe tomorrow I will give her the dewormer. Maybe later today or tomorrow I would give her the dewormer. Or you know what, I'd rather just wait until after the operation. I don't want to give her any kind of medications before the operation. So I'm just hoping that she'll stay calm. Maybe once the other cats start coming around and saying hello to her. They're all freaked out right now. Like they don't know what's going on. Maybe once they start saying hello to her, she'll calm down. She's been the loudest of all the cats so far. So Boo's nervous, he was outside the door. Simba's nervous, he's in the hallway. They don't know what's going on. So, yeah, I'm trying to keep everyone as calm as possible, but I can't even tell you how happy I am. I'm so shocked right now because I honestly did not think that she would go in a trap today. I thought I was going to have to try different bait. And like I was already thinking, okay, I have some raw ground beef that I could try. I have some smoked salmon that I could try. And if I even needed to go to Popeyes and get some fried chicken, I could try that. So yeah, I'm happy I don't have to do that. I'm happy she's inside. I'm gonna go outside, clean up the other trap, clean up this room. Also, I did not get to vacuum this room yet, so maybe I'm not gonna vacuum it yet. I'll wait until she goes to the vet, because I don't want to freak her out even more with her being in the trap and me vacuuming around her. I do still want to take the litter boxes outside and scrub them out, but I was waiting for it to stop raining. I don't want to do it while it's like drizzling out and stuff, so maybe I'll do that this afternoon also. I'm getting a lot done today, which is good. So it's 3:30 p.m. right now, and I just figured out that she'll be in there for 40.5 hours. So the vet appointment is at 8 a.m. 24 hours from today will be this time tomorrow, and then there's another 16 hours until the vet. So that's not too bad. I've heard of people keeping cats in traps for, up to 3 days before an appointment. So really, really happy we're making progress. I just brought 2 platters of food in. Everything has been quiet so far. Ziggy has settled down, which is nice so far. Let's hope it stays that way. So this is some canned food that I had. I'm going through my stockpile of food that I've had for a while, just, using it in order of expiration dates. And I think it's like chicken-based pate. And then there's some crunchies on top. So I'm putting it here. The cats can come out and eat it if they want to. But they might be too freaked out to eat it, because anytime I bring a new trap in here, they kind of get freaked out. They get mad at me. It feels like they get mad at me, or they get more afraid of me. I should say that. They get afraid of me again because, they don't know what's going on. So I really can't blame them. So anyway, the food's here. I might lift up the blanket just a little bit so that they can see the foods here, or just for maybe like a few seconds so they could see the foods here. Maybe I'll show them the plates and then they could come out and eat if they want. So there's Sammy, and I think that's Richard, and I think that's little Eva, and here's Nancy. Hey Nancy. And then in the back there is I don't know if you can see it, but Goldie's like way back in the corner, and then Richard, and then Ringo's right next to her. So the two of them are all cuddle buddies in the corner. I hope they're okay. We have to remember that this has been a very traumatic month for them. The past 3 weeks have probably been the most traumatic 3 weeks in their life. So first they were trapped, they were brought inside in a trap, and they were kept in a trap until they went to a vet. Then they underwent a major operation, a spay or a neuter. And then they came back from the vet, and then they spent more time in the trap, in a room they've never been in before, in a house they've never been in before, with a person they barely know. And then they're going through their recovery, and they're with all of their other brothers and sisters. And, the process is repeating itself multiple times a week, or at least twice a week now. So we've been on a twice-a-week schedule. It's been a Tuesday and Friday at the vet schedule for every week this month. And then it'll follow this coming week, hopefully only Tuesday, taking Ziggy to the vet, and then hopefully we're done. Oh, maybe she wants more food. Hold on, sorry. Are you hungry? No, you have food. Do you want to see everybody? You see everybody? They're eating. Do you want a window? We might cover this? You just want to see everybody? Alright, let me cover it. I'll give you a little window. So I just gave her a little window. I might not keep it there. If she starts howling, I'm going to put it down. So like Eva was in here longer than all the other cats so far. And she was fine with all the towels down. All right, I'm going to put it down. You saw what's going on, okay? And you have food. You have food in your bowl, okay? So the time spent in the trap has been gradually increasing as there are less and less cats to trap. Ringo spent more time in the trap than any of the cats before him. Eva spent more time in the trap than Ringo, just by maybe like a few hours. And then Ziggy is going to spend more time in the trap than either of them. So Ringo and little Eva spent about 20 hours in that trap. I trapped them in the morning, like around breakfast time, the day prior to their surgeries. And Ziggy's going to spend about double that amount of time just because she's been so hard to trap. I wanted to make sure that I gave myself plenty of time to get her. And she should be fine because, you know, that's a decent size when you figure, okay, she has the litter box here and she has all that space here. She can relax, she can chill out. It's not that bad. It's not like she's confined to just like a small 30-inch trap. This is a 36-inch trap. And then there's like another, I don't even know, 24 inches here. So it's quite a bit of space. She just needs to relax and everything will be fine. It's 4:11 p.m. and Ziggy has been crying. I heard her from the other room, so I'm going to come in. Did she eat all her food? Maybe that's why she's crying? No. You didn't eat your food. You didn't eat your food. Okay? You got to chill out, okay? You got to just relax. You got to just relax. Just relax, okay? Just relax. You're okay. You're okay. You could just relax, okay? It did get moved over a little bit, but she didn't eat it. You're okay. You're okay. Pretty girl. What a pretty girl you are, Ziggy. Ziggy, you're such a pretty girl. You're such a pretty girl, Ziggy. Ziggy, you're so pretty. You're pretty. And you're here with all your brothers and sisters, and they want you to be nice and relaxed. They say you can relax, okay, Ziggy? You can relax. You're here with all your brothers and sisters. Yeah. You're here with all your brothers and sisters. Yeah, and then in 40 hours, you'll be out of here. In less than 40, okay? The countdown has begun. Less than 40 hours, okay? So we're just going to do a countdown from 40 to 0, okay? Then you can come out of here, okay? So right now, we're at a little bit less than 40. And every time I come in here, I'm going to tell you what the number is, okay? We're going to count down from 40 to 0. And when it says 0, we're going to be at the vet's office, okay? We're going to go to the vet. You're going to have some new friends. You'll have very new friends at the vet. They like all the cats. Yeah. Then you'll come back and you'll relax. And then everything will be good, Ziggy, okay? So you just got to chill out a little bit, okay? Just got to chill out a little bit. That's it. Okay? Just be calm. If I have to sit in here with you, I will do that. But I'm supposed to be making homemade raw food today, so then you guys have really good food to eat. And I'm supposed to be cleaning out the litter boxes too. Right now, both litter boxes are being used. The reason why I'm cleaning them out, Ziggy, is because you guys have worms. Yeah, I came positive for worms. And you don't want to keep having worms. So I want to take the litter boxes out and scrub them clean, okay? So you could just chill out. You want me to put like a TV on for you? I don't have a TV in here, but I found some tablets that I'm going to charge up. Maybe I'll give you guys some tablets with some relaxing music, okay? So I took out her catnip mouse just in case that was having a negative effect on her. And I'm thinking I might go buy a Fellaway dispenser. There's an outlet like right here, and I might put it there, and maybe that'll calm her down and keep the other cats calm. So it's 5 p.m. We're down to 39 hours. And I just got back from Petco. They had this Fellaway Classic. And this is supposed to be like a different diffuser. It said like new diffuser. There's supposed to be a light that goes on. So the diffuser that I have is probably like 5 or 6 years old. So I figured I'll get the one with the diffuser. And we'll see if it works. I'm going to plug it in. Maybe it'll help calm her down. She's still meowing. And the other cats are not too happy about that. So she's hissing. Yeah, I'm going to plug this in. So there it goes, and this one has a green light on it. The other one does not have a light on it, so hopefully once this starts going, it'll help calm her down. You okay? Did you eat your food? What happened to your food? You're laying on top of your food? You're laying on top of your food? So, she moved the newspaper. There's newspaper on top of her food and water bowl. She moved the towel over. What's the matter, baby? What's the matter, baby? You're not happy? I know you're not happy. I know you're not happy. I know that, but you gotta just like chill out a little bit, okay? You can chill out a little bit. You're a pretty girl. You're a pretty girl, Ziggy. Ziggy, you're so pretty. You're pretty. You can't eat the food if you're laying on it though, okay? So if you go on the other side, I could fix this side for you. You want to go on the other side? Over here, yeah, so she kind of bunched up the training pad. It looks like maybe she was digging in here a little bit. So we'll see what happens with this. You alright? You're okay, baby. You're laying on your food, though. You can't eat your food if you're laying on it. Did you eat it already? If you ate it, I could give you some new food. If you ate it already, I could give you new food. Alright? But if you didn't eat it, I can't give you new food because you're laying on it. Alright? Okay. Let's hope that fell away. I don't know how you pronounce it. Let's hope it starts working. She moved herself over, so I'm going to take this out and fix this part and see if she ate. I gave her a new newspaper. I took out the wet newspaper. And I'm going to go get some fresh water for her too. So I gave her some dry food on top of the food. And there's fresh water. More newspapers that she could tear up if she wants to. And everything's secured again. So I'm going to put the cover on and we're done for now. I don't know if this feel away is working already, but I'm feeling kind of calm from it. I'm wondering if I'm feeling the effects. I've been saying recently that I think I'm turning into a cat, so I'm wondering if humans feel the effects of this feel away. The litter boxes are a total mess, so I'm going to go grab some gloves, then I'm going to come in here, scoop the litter boxes, clean up what I could clean up without actually vacuuming. Then I still have to make the raw food for the cats today. I'm not going to be able to take these outside and scrub them down because it's raining and it's supposed to keep raining through the night. But tomorrow afternoon, it's supposed to stop. So that's when I'll take these outside and scrub them. So it is 6:30 p.m. Look at what's going on here. I mean, she's been pretty much howling for a little while, maybe 10 minutes. I was trying to eat some dinner. Still have not made the homemade raw food yet. Anyway, I came in here because I heard a bang. That is now on the floor. I guess she's been trying to get out of the trap. What's going on here? So there's wetness here. I don't know if that's because she peed. Doesn't smell like pee. Oh, it's because of water. So she, I put a little cup of water in the water bowl. She knocked it out. I don't know if she ate any food. Maybe she did. I put some dry food in there. So I'm going to put the isolator in and I'm going to clean all this up again. Guys, I think she ate some food because there used to be more food than that in there, less water. And there used to be some dry food, some Temptations and stuff like that. So I'm going to put some more food together for her. And yeah, maybe she'll eat it. So I'm giving her a small can of Fancy Feast. I had a few cans of Fancy Feast left over from when Ditto was here and I was just trying to get him to eat anything. So I have that. I think it's like the ocean whitefish, and then there's some crunchies on it and some fresh water. I put another training pad underneath the trap in case she spills water again. I took out the wet newspaper, put in some fresh newspaper, and I'm gonna connect these again. She's been quiet since I took the food out, so maybe she's been yelling for food, so we'll see. So she's covered again. Hopefully she'll stay quiet for a while. The cats are all freaked out. They're all under the day sofa, and I can't blame them, you know. They don't know what's going on. I'm just gonna clean this up and try to make this raw food and then relax. It is 9:21 p.m. and there's been some meowing coming out of this room. It was quiet for a while, but then it started up again recently. I just gave the other cats some crunchies. I don't know how well that fell away, however you pronounce it, is doing, because I don't know if it's keeping people calm here. I hear a cricket. Is it coming from this room? Here's Sammy. That's Ringo. You see him in the corner? Here's Richard. Oh, the cricket's coming from outside. It's like right outside. You okay? You okay? You cleaning your feet? Sammy likes it up here. Huh? Let me see your belly. Can I see your belly? You're growing your fur back. You're growing your fur back. It looks very nice. You're growing your fur back. How you doing there, Ziggy? You want some food? Let's look at your food. What's going on in here with you, okay? Did you eat your food? Nope, you didn't eat it. You ate some of it. You ate some of your food. Would you like some more food? Want me to give you some chicken? I wish I had some turkey for you, but I didn't make any turkey. I put raw turkey in the homemade food. I'm going to give you some chicken. Maybe you'll like that. But I don't know if you like chicken because you didn't eat any of the chicken in the trap. You're so pretty, Ziggy. You're so pretty, Ziggy. Do you know how pretty you are, Ziggy? I'm just going to scoop the litter and then I'll give everyone a snack, okay? All right? So I just gave Ziggy a bunch of shredded chicken and some crunchies on it. And it looks like she's laying down a bit, which is nice. And I tried giving her a churu through the trap, and she was actually smelling it. Like it quieted her down a little bit, and she was actually smelling it like she's somewhat interested in it. But she didn't want to lick it, but you know, that's fine. It's her first day here. You're okay, Ziggy. You're okay. You could relax, okay? I gave you chicken. You can eat the chicken. I know you're not happy in here. I wouldn't be happy. I'm not happy either. I'm not happy that you're in there. Here, eat that. Want to eat this? Look, smell it. Yeah, smell that. You smell it? It's tuna. This is tuna. You like tuna. You don't want it? Here, eat the tuna. You gonna lick it? Oh, she got it on her nose. She gonna lick it? I'm sorry, guys. You probably can't see through the trap. She's close to licking it. She licked it off her nose. Here you go. You want more? Want more? Come on. Want some more? No, you don't want any more? I don't have a spoon with me. Maybe I'll go get... You want me to get a spoon for you? So I left the room to get these spoons, and I think she was going to go eat the chicken. So here's what's going on. As I'm in here, Sammy's been eating from this plate, but whenever I leave the room, people come out to eat from like all the plates. When I say people, I mean the cats. So they're waiting for me to leave. Maybe Ziggy's waiting for me to leave also. But I'm going to see if she'll eat a churu off of a spoon. Because why not? So I tried feeding her the churu on a spoon. She has no interest. But there's Goldie. Goldie, you want a churu on a spoon? Oh, Sammy wants it. Want it? Who's going to eat this on a spoon? Goldie, you want it on a spoon? She's eating it from me. Goldie eats it on a spoon. You want it? Here, you want it? Nope. Now she's laying down. She's moving more toward her food bowl because she's watching the other cats eat. Look, I'm sitting right here. There's Nancy and Goldie. I think she's trying to talk to Goldie. Is she going to eat? She's looking at her food. She's purring. I hear you purring. So this is really good progress. The fact that I'm sitting here and these two are eating off of this plate right in front of me, it's really good progress. Eva and Ringo are underneath the day sofa. They're still really skittish. You okay? They're talking to each other. So she's purring like crazy and rubbing up against the trap. I think it's because she sees her sister and she's trying to rub up against her sister. See? Can you see what she's doing? She's rubbing up against the trap. Now, I'm very tempted to kind of pet her right now. I'm not going to do that because she doesn't want me to do that. You want me to pet you? No, you want to rub up against your sister, right? You want a churro? She should be happy to be inside with her family because, you know, she spent the last few days outside by herself. She was by herself all day yesterday and all day the day before. And most of the day before that. So, just about, you know, almost 3 entire days. And now you're back with your family. Yeah. She's rubbing up against the trap like crazy. It's 11 p.m. Look at this. Nancy's on the day sofa. And I want to start getting ready for bed. I was just downstairs and I just came upstairs and I immediately started hearing the meowing. How you doing, Nancy? You tired of hearing all this meowing? What is going on in here? What happened in here? So, I don't know if she ate, but everything is a mess. Did you eat anything? No? I'm going to put the isolator in and see if I could clean this up. I don't know if she ate her food or what, but it looks like she's been trying to get out. So I'm cleaning this up and she ate all the chicken. So that's really good. She ate the chicken and most of the crunchies. So maybe I'll give her some more. And the water's a mess. The newspapers were wet. I also took out one of the training pads. I'll put one more training pad in, more newspaper, and put the towel back. Good morning, Simba. It is 8:43 a.m. There's Simba in the penthouse. Everyone is still relaxing. It is a gray and rainy day today. We all went to bed very late last night. I ended up getting up at 1:30 in the morning to give the kittens some dry food and to check on all the noise. Then I went back to bed and I woke up a few times during the night again because there was so much noise and meowing. And I checked the security camera footage and everything looked fine. The noise was because they were playing. They were knocking a bunch of toys around. And obviously the meowing was coming from Ziggy in the trap. She wasn't happy. But this morning they've been quiet. Yeah, at some point, maybe around 6 a.m., they did quiet down. So I'm getting ready for my day. And then once I'm ready for my day, I'm going to head into their room and start cleaning it. Simba says he's tired and he's stressed out. Yesterday was so stressful for everyone in the house, right, Simba? Especially for Ziggy. But we did what we could to make it as stress-free as possible. But we're still feeling the after effects of it. So today we're going to try to have as calm a day as we can, right, Simba? Right. Good morning, Boo. It is 9:11 a.m. You could see how dark it is in the house because it's so miserable outside. I'm really happy all the cats are inside now. Right, Boo? Okay, let's see what's going on in here. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. So here's Sammy and Richard. Good morning. I just put the light on. Ooh, Sammy's giving me leg rubs. Oh, and I hear Ziggy. Hey, Ziggy. Good morning, Ziggy. Pets, pets, pets for Richard. How are you, Ziggy? Oh, look at that. Look, she didn't make much of a mess at all. She's just very neatly sitting in the litter box. I don't know if she used it or not. I can't tell if she ate her food because once again it's covered up in newspapers. And here we have papers and a mess. So I'll clean this up later. First I gotta do the litter boxes. Okay, Ziggy, you're doing good, honey. Guess what? We're down to 23 hours. Only 23 more hours until your vet appointment, okay? So we're getting there. So right now I'm gonna scoop out both of the litter boxes, clean up a bit in here, and put some food together for them. Before I put food together for them, I'm actually gonna probably straighten out Ziggy's situation, and then I'll give everyone food. So it looks like she did not eat any of the food that I gave her yesterday. I just took it out. And I gave her the fresh food, which is some of the homemade raw food with homemade chicken broth, and then some of the rotisserie chicken on top, so maybe she'll eat that. I gave her fresh water, and I cleaned everything up. I put a new training pad on the bottom, cleaned up the newspapers, put the towel back in. Everything's nice and neat. And yeah, she's nice and neat on this side. I'm waiting for her to actually use the litter box instead of just sitting in it, but that's fine if she wants to sit in it. But she's been eating. I don't know if she's been drinking, so she does have it to use if she wants to. Richard used it. I don't know who else used it. It's hard to tell. No one actually pooped in it, but I have seen pee in it when I clean them out. You could just usually tell because the pieces get darker. But we have to also remember that none of the cats have been in this trap and cage as long as Ziggy has. But we don't know what she ate or drank prior to being trapped. So once again, we're down to almost just 22 hours to go. Time's passing. Before we know it, she'll be back from the vet, right, Ziggy? You tired? I hope you sleep today. I hope you sleep today. I don't think she got much sleep last night. What the sound reminds me of, if you ever watch like the old TV shows when someone's in jail and then they take a metal cup and they run a metal cup back and forth along the jail cell, that's what the sound reminds me of. That came out of this room like last night, like just banging metal, someone just banging metal trying to get out. So maybe she'll be more calm today. I mean, I can't blame her for not wanting to be in the trap. Nobody wants to be in the trap. So she's all done. I left her a little bit of a window so she can look out and the other cats can visit her. I have found that the cats do like a little bit of a window so they could see out what's going on, just like Hydrox and Ditto liked windows in the cat shelters outside. So we're going to clean up the rest of the stuff, and then I'll put 2 platters together for the cats. I just gave everyone 2 platters of food, so it's some homemade raw food with chicken broth mixed in, or turkey broth, and some crunchies on top. Look at this, 4 came out immediately to eat. Ziggy's still meowing. I mean, she just needs to eat her food and get on with things. And there's little Eva. She's a little scary still. So who's missing? Ringo and Nancy. Maybe once I leave, they'll come out and eat. Oh, I think I hear Ziggy eating. There's Nancy. Yeah, Ziggy went over to eat. So Ziggy's eating also. That's very nice. See, I wanted to make sure she had her food when I gave the other cats their food so they could all eat together. So that's good. That's good. So I'll let them be. I'll feed the other cats and I'll come back in a little while just to check. Good morning, Splashy. Give me some pets. Splash loves giving me pets before he eats. And Boo gets jealous. Boo says, nope, she's mine. Boo likes to rub up on his arch over there. So this is what I did last night. That's why I went to bed later than I wanted to. I did so much laundry yesterday. My laundry room is not very big and it's full of laundry. I have like 2 clotheslines in my laundry room. I like to line dry my clothes because when I put them in the dryer, they get worn out faster. Also, you know, a lot of them are prone to shrinking. So my laundry room is so full, and I had purchased this unit. This is like a really tall drying unit. I purchased that at Lidl last year. It was a really good deal, and I never put it together because like assembly is required. But because it's sweater season again, and all of my sweaters require, you know, you to lay them flat to dry, and I had absolutely no room in my laundry room to do that. I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to bite the bullet and put this together. So it took about an hour. I watched some TV down here while I did that. Stella supervised me. See, she's right there. She says she helped me put this together. So she supervised me. This was a pain to put together because the pieces did not really fit well and you had to use a rubber mallet to really bang them in. So thankfully I had a rubber mallet and I was able to put it together. But this is a really nice piece and I'm very happy that I have it. As you can see right now, it is drying 5 sweaters. There's room to dry 6 if I move that one over a little bit. And just overnight, they've dried quite a bit. Usually in the laundry room, because there's not as much air circulation, they do take longer to dry. So I'm very hopeful for this. The other nice thing about it is that all of these shelves, they fold down. So when they all fold down, this is very narrow and easy to store. The widest part of this would be the legs on the bottom. So it would be that width and then it would just be pretty much like a straight piece going up once the shelves are down. And I probably could even fit this in my laundry room like this if I didn't have so much laundry currently drying all over my laundry room. So this is a really nice piece and it's really tall. It's probably over 5 feet tall. And so it does make an efficient use of space. And you don't just have to lay things flat on it. Obviously you can hang clothes off of each level. So that's really nice. And then it does have these arms, so if you want to put something on an actual hanger, you could put the hanger through these arms and then hang them off the sides. It says that it holds up to 33 pounds of laundry. I think that's pretty good. I'm really, really happy about this, and I hope my sweaters dry nicely and quicker with it. I just brushed 3 of the cats, and this is what came off of all 3. Hardly anything, so you could tell that they're building up their winter coats. It's 10 a.m. Look at this. The platters are licked clean, which is good. I just fed the cats downstairs, and Boo is very upset. He doesn't even want to eat because of the amount of meowing and noise coming from this room. Did you eat, Ziggy? Ziggy, did you eat? So Ziggy only ate, she only ate the homemade food. You want more food? All right, I'll give you some more food. I don't have any more homemade food defrosted, so I'll give her maybe some Shebas. I just gave her 2 of these signature seafood entree pâtés. Hopefully she'll like them. She should, because it was tuna that got her in the trap to begin with, and she left all that chicken. So, yeah, I'm just going to cover this back up, and hopefully she'll go and eat. You want a window? Would you like a little window? You want to eat some off a spoon? Here. That's my left, the spoon. No? Want to hear? No? Okay. All right. You don't have to. You're doing very good, little girl, okay? Look where little Richard is. He's in one of the cubby beds. I also opened a can of Wellness chicken pate, and I put some of it on this platter, some of it on that platter, if they want some extra food. So when Ditto was in here, I used to have a pitcher of water in this room at all times in case I needed water for something. Also, what I need to do is also get a container of crunchies and keep that in here. I mean, I do have a bag of some of the dry food. Maybe I'll sprinkle that on. It's 10:25 a.m. and I am pretty much done with cat chores. All of the litter boxes have been scooped. All of the cats have been fed. Everything that needed to be cleaned in the kitten room has been cleaned so far. I can't vacuum it yet until tomorrow. The only thing that I haven't done is refilled the rest of the water bowls. I did the one downstairs, but the 3 up here I haven't done yet. But other than that, things are done. I'm looking outside. I don't have to deal with feeding anyone outside anymore. This feeding table definitely served its purpose, but hopefully I'm done with it. I could just put it aside somewhere and not have to deal with it again. I can take away the automatic feeder setup and put that away in the garage. So my next big task is figuring out where I'm going to be storing the traps and the cages and all that stuff in my garage. I'm gonna have to pretty much reorganize most of the garage because there's so much stuff in my garage. So that'll be one of the next things to tackle. The other thing I need to do today is go buy more cat litter, because what I realized when I was scooping the litter boxes downstairs is that I don't have much left. I only have 2 boxes left, and I had to use one of them, or half of one, to top up the 2 cat litters downstairs. So if it gets nicer this afternoon and I get to scrub out the other litter boxes, I need to refill them with fresh litter, and I don't have enough to do that. So I'm not sure where I'm gonna go to buy it yet, but I'll probably maybe do that around noon, since it's already like 10:30. I'd rather do it earlier in the day because there will be less traffic than later in the day. So that's what's on my agenda. Of course, it's a work day today, so I have to catch up with like work for my day job. And I would like to get some videos posted and edited. So it'll be another full day, but at least I don't have to worry about feeding outside cats and trapping outside cats. I've trapped the last one. We're good. As far as the other cats that have been seen in the yard, they are on the radar of my neighbors down the street. Most of them have already been TNR'd. Any of the fat tabbies have been TNR'd. I think they still want to do the white cat, and there might be 1 or 2 other cats, but that's for them. They have a whole bunch of shelters that they made that they're going to be using, and I'm just going to deal with getting these cats recovered from their surgeries, trained, socialized, and hopefully into good homes. And again, figuring out the best way to do that without separating all of them, because it would be horrible to separate them, because most of them are pretty much bonded as a large group. It's 10:45 a.m. I just came in the room. The food's gone. There's some water spilled here. I'll clean that up. I don't know what was going on here. Goldie was up here, and I'm just going to push this down. Let's push that down a little bit. The reason why I came in is because of all this meowing. I'm trying to eat some breakfast, and all I hear is meow, meow, meow. So does she want more food? No, you didn't eat your food. You still have food. You have a lot of food in there. You could eat it. You can eat your food. You want me to open this side? Is that what you're telling me? You want a window on this side instead? You want that? Okay, 22 hours to go, kiddo. Okay, we're almost at 21 hours, okay? Eat your food. Eat your food and just relax, okay? Relax, I know. You want to be with your sisters and brothers, okay? You gotta wait, though, okay? This is the procedures, okay? This is the protocol. This is how we do it. Everyone else did the same thing that you're doing now. They all went through this, okay? This is the initiation to become a house cat. You understand, Ziggy? Everybody went through the same initiation that you're going through right now. They all did it. They all came here in a trap. They all spent time in the trap overnight. Then they all went to the vet, and they met some very nice people at the vet, right? And then they were turned into spayed and neutered house cats. They went through like an initiation ritual, okay? And then they came home, and they felt pretty good from the medications they were on, so they spent another night in the trap where you are, okay, in the cage. And then they were let out into the room to be with each other, okay? So that's what we're going to do, and that's what you are going to do, okay? She's stretching her back legs. So you're no different than anybody else, okay? They all did this, and you're going to do it now also. It's your initiation. Your initiation into becoming a house cat, okay? There's some rituals involved with that. The spay and neuter ritual, that's involved with the initiation. And the other thing is that it's really nice to just relax and enjoy it. You don't have to get stressed out. You don't have to give yourself a sore throat from crying. Everybody has been through the same thing, okay? And it's not permanent, it's temporary. This is a temporary situation. It's part of your initiation procedure, okay? So just relax. She's closing her eyes. Just relax. Relax. Okay, relax. It's not permanent. It's temporary, okay? Temporary. And then you become a house cat with everybody else. Then you're reunited with your family, and we'll see who likes who and who's bonded to who, and we'll figure things out, okay? Then you guys go into full etiquette school mode, although you will still be in recovery. along with everyone else. Then we switch. We could take all the traps and cages out of the room, and we could have fun playing with toys and learning how to get pets, and we could learn how to be brushed, and we can learn how to be picked up, and yeah, we could all be in school together, right? Right, Ziggy? Okay. So I need you to do your part, okay? I need you to do your job, because we want this to be successful for you. And in order for it to be successful for you, you have to do your part. So you need to just keep calm, stay calm, and it's nice to be quiet. You could talk to everyone else in the room, but you don't have to, like, scream and howl, okay? Just stay calm. Eat the food that I give you, drink the water, stay healthy. And before you know it, you'll have passed through the initiation very successfully. She has her eyes closed right now. She looks like she's trying to get some sleep. Okay. And that's really good also, Ziggy. The more naps you can take now, the better. Okay. So just take a lot of naps, because no one's after you. You don't need to run around. You don't need to, hide from any predators or anything. You don't even need to go hunting for food. You're getting food served to you like a princess. And yeah, you could just relax because you're safe. You're totally safe now. Okay. All right. It's 11 a.m. and Ziggy has been nice and quiet since we had that talk. She seems to be pretty relaxed in her trap. She looks like she's trying to take a nap. I just went in there to clean the water off the floor. So let's hope everything stays this way for the rest of the day and through the night. Hello. It is 12:15. I'm in the middle of filming a mail time video, and all of a sudden, Ziggy starts meowing. Ziggy, you were doing so good, Ziggy. Ziggy, you were doing so good. Maybe she was talking to Goldie because Goldie had come out. Are you taking a poop? No, you're just laying there. Hopefully you're not taking a poop. If you are, I'll clean it later. Ziggy, we had a really nice talk before. Remember that talk? And you said you're going to just relax, right? You're just going to relax today. And you're just gonna, chill out, right? We only have 20 more hours left. Only 20 more hours left until your appointment, okay? So you don't have much time left in this trap, okay? Then you get to come out of it for a little while. So time's ticking by. It's a gray day. It is a perfect day to nap all day. Yeah. You don't want to go outside. It's raining. And it's wet, and it's cold, and it's yucky. Inside you're warm, and you're dry, and you have food, and you have water, and all of your sisters and brothers are here with you. They're all here with you, Ziggy. You don't want to go outside and be by yourself. You want to be here with them, right? And the time will go by really fast if you're just very quiet and take some naps, right? If you take some nice cat naps, the time will go by really quickly, and before you know it, you'll be in the room with them, right? Yeah. You're not in there forever. You're only in there for a little while, okay? Just a little while, not forever. So it's just temporary, okay? You're just in there temporary, okay? Maybe she took a nap and then she woke up and then she's like, yeah, I'm not happy. I'm not happy. Okay, you're going to take another nap? Yeah, take another nap, okay? Let me shut this so you get some privacy. Like there. Put it down a little bit so you take a nap. You take a nap, okay? The more naps you take, the better it will be, okay? Time will go by really fast if you just keep taking naps, okay? Just keep taking naps. All right? All right? Good? You're okay, Richard. I'm in the middle of filming this mail time, but I can't have cats meowing in the background because nobody knows that all the cats are in a foster room yet. And they're not going to know when this video is posted yet. So, yep, that's what's going on today. It's 2:39 p.m. I just got home from running errands. Let's see what's going on in here. Hello. Hello, everybody. So it looks like Goldie and Sammy were hanging out by the window. Richard is up there. Right now, Ziggy is quiet. I think she's over there. Now she's meowing. I came in to scoop the litter, just to make sure everything in here stays clean and odor-free. And I bought 5 bags of cat litter today with the money sent in from Linda. So thank you so much for the donation. It was put to very good use on cat litter. So right now it is not raining out. It's still really, really wet. So if it continues to dry out this afternoon, I'll probably scrub the litter boxes later. But I just got home. I have to catch up with some work stuff and I need to eat some lunch. So I'm not going to do the litter boxes right now. I did put some bird seed out for the birds and the squirrels just because some of the cats were having fun watching birds this morning. And here we see a squirrel eating. So yeah, that's how today's going so far. So with regards to the countdown, we're now down to less than 18 hours. So we're getting there. Another thing that I want to mention is that if you do scoop out litter, try to dispose of it immediately. If you keep it in a trash can in your house, sometimes it'll still smell up the trash can. So what I like to do is I just take it out to my outside trash. I know for people that live in apartments, that's not always possible to do, but for someone in a house or for someone who can do that, it just really helps keep things clean and odor-free. It is 5:50 p.m. I just came into the room. I have like 3 cats meowing at me right now. I guess they're all hungry. So I put together some food for Ziggy. Everyone has been nice and quiet all afternoon. And then I started putting this food together like 5 minutes ago. And as I was putting it together, she started meowing. So I was like, okay, perfect timing. So she's getting homemade raw food with some warmed up chicken broth mixed in. Hopefully she'll eat all of this. And yeah, we're approaching the 14-hour mark. So it'll be 6 o'clock in less than 10 minutes, and that means 14 hours to go. So things are going well so far. I need to isolate her so I could put this in the trap. And then once she has her food, I could put some food together for the other cats. Okay, move over, Richard. Move over. Who's hissing? So it does not look like she used the litter box at all. I can't really tell if she ate any of the food. She might not have eaten any of it. Maybe she drank a little water, or maybe she just spilled the water. So the newspaper was all wet because she spilled the water, so I took that out. I put in a fresh training pad. Hopefully it'll fit because it's kind of blocking the door a little bit. There's her food, so I'm going to put the connector back on, and then she'll be good to eat her dinner. So there we have it. I took the connector out. How you doing in there, Ziggy? You okay? I mean, she looks pretty relaxed. I know, you're not happy. We only have 14 hours to go. Less than that if you consider the time we're leaving, because we're leave before 14 hours, so maybe like 13 and a half hours. You're so pretty, Ziggy. Ziggy, you know how pretty you are. You're so pretty. You're so pretty, right, Ziggy? Ziggy, you're so pretty. You and your sister Goldie, you're so pretty. All of the cats here are so pretty. There's Goldie. Hey, Goldie. There's Richard. There's Sammy. And here's Ziggy. I really think she likes it when I talk to her because then she quiets down and she chills out. Right, Ziggy? I like talking to you, Ziggy. Will you eat your food? I gave you some food. You can eat it. It's homemade raw food because you seemed to like it earlier. I gave you a lot of it, okay? And if you eat it more, I'm going to save some for you so you could have some more, okay? I'm not going to give all the raw food to all the cats. I'm going to save it to you. But you got to eat it soon because in a few hours we have to take the food away, okay? Because you have to not eat after 9 p.m., okay? Got it? But you're doing very good, Ziggy. Ziggy, you're doing so good. You're doing so good. At this time tomorrow, you'll be back from your initiation. Yeah. And you'll be in recovery mode. Yeah, that'll be nice, right? Okay. Well, from looking at her this close up, I could tell she doesn't have mange, which is good because a few weeks ago I was concerned when that mangy fox was coming around. I was concerned maybe she had mange also, but no, she just has really pretty coloring on her face. You're very pretty, Ziggy. You're very pretty, Ziggy. You know that? Okay. I'll let you eat, okay? So I just covered the side where she is and this part, and I just left the connector open a little bit if she wants to peek out, if anyone wants to peek in. It is 6:30 p.m. I just came in the room. Somebody took a big poop because it stinks. So I'll let them eat, and then after they eat, I'm going to come back in and scoop the litter. Oh my god, I need like a gas mask. I just checked on Ziggy, and she did not eat her food, but she has it if she wants to eat it. She might be just, you know, too stressed out. Anyway, there's 5 cats eating right now. Who are we missing? It looks like we're missing Ringo, so maybe once I leave, he'll come out. And yeah, they're getting homemade raw food, warmed up chicken broth, and then some crunchies on top. Hello? So, it's almost 7. And Ziggy's eating, I hear that. I don't want to scare her. Both of the platters are empty. So I'm just going to stand here until she's done eating. Look at Sammy. She's so silly. And here's Richard on the day sofa. He probably wants to play with the toy. I'm not putting it on yet. So I left the room for 2 minutes. I just came inside and Ziggy's meowing now. She's been crying. She's hissing. She ate all of her food. Would you like some more food, Ziggy? You want some more food, Ziggy? Look at this. She's ripping up her little... Oh, she took a poop. Did you take a poop, Ziggy? Is that what I'm smelling in here? Yeah, she took a poop. Okay, I'm going to clean out that part too, okay? We'll figure out how we're going to do this, okay? Maybe you go on the other side. You go on the other side. I'll open this up so you go on the other side. I'll give you new food and we'll clean this up, okay? All right, yeah. Good job, Ziggy. So instead of scooping out the poop, because there was quite a bit of it, I just decided to dump out all of the litter into this bag. I gave her some fresh litter. I cleaned all the stray litter out of the cage. I'm going to put the newspaper back, the training pad back, and then I'll put this back in there. Then she'll have very nice, clean litter to lay on. We're only at about 13 hours now with regards to the countdown. So I don't know if she'll be using the litter box again. She might have to pee in it, but I think that'll be her poop. So Ziggy's all cleaned out. She has some more food in her bowl. I saved her some more of the homemade raw food. And I just finished off a can of the Wellness Chicken Pate, one of the large cans. There's probably about half of a can left, so I mixed in some chicken broth. And I put that on the 2 platters with some of the Ziwi Peak dry food on it. So hopefully they'll finish eating, and then that'll be it. They might have a snack later, but they might not. I need to get to bed early today because I have to get up very early tomorrow to take Ziggy to the vet. So I went back to the Christmas tree shops today, and I bought the other toy that they had. They had 2 of these, and I bought one for the kittens, and I bought the other one for the cats, and I just put it on for Boo. This is how he's playing with it. See how he plays with it? He puts his paw on it. This is on slow, though. Maybe he needs it on a faster speed or more random. I'm going to move those other 2. I'm going to move those other 2 toys away. He moved himself over. This is so much quieter than the last one was. Okay, I just put it on random. Alright, I'm going to put it back on slow. So this is how Boo plays. He just puts his paw on it. and he watches it go around. Not really. He's like looking around like, what's going on? And I was walking away. The kittens love this. Every single time I put this on, the kittens love it. Oh, there he goes. He's sitting in the scratch and roll. His eyes are all big. So I just moved it over to the middle of the rug, and he's watching it from the scratch and roll. Maybe it will keep him entertained for a while if he's not going to actively play with it. Every time I put this on, the other kittens gather around it, and they really enjoy it. Baby Boo wants to watch from a distance. It's 9:30 p.m. I just came in with some snacks for the cats. So Nancy was laying on the day sofa. Richard's always like greeting me at the door. Sammy is still on top of the cat tower. Now Nancy's scratching on it. Goldie was around. Obviously, Ziggy's still in the trap. So I'm going to pick up these 2 platters and I'll put these down. I also have to check on Ziggy, and if she has no food in her trap, then we're good. And if she still has food in her trap, then I'm going to have to take it apart. Look at these 2 headbutting. All right, guys, snack time. Here, move over. Let's pick these up. I don't know if I mentioned it, but I got these platters for 40% off at Christmas tree shops the other day. I bought 2 really big packages of them. And here's Ziggy. She's laying in the back there, and she hardly has any food left. There's just like a few bites of food left. So I'm still going to take that out. I'm going to go get a water bowl, and I'll take this out and put a water bowl in. So I took the food bowl out and I gave her some fresh water. Here she is. She's laying down. Well, yeah, not totally laying down, but like half laying down. You're a good girl. We got less than 12 hours. We have 11 hours, almost 10 hours. There's 2 cats using litter boxes. Sammy's using it. Nancy was using it. Nancy's smelling Sammy's butt. Oh no. Oh my God, guys, look at the water. Look at the water bowl. Where the heck did the water go? Oh my God. There's some water on the floor, but I have to dry all of that up. So here's what's going on. I had to take out the box that was surrounding this water dispenser because it was all wet, and I think what happened was the cats think that they could jump on top of it and use it as like a step. They can't because it's not sturdy enough to do that, and I think that's what happened. There was still some water in the tank, but I did put like another cup of water in this. Tomorrow I'll deal with cleaning it and refilling the tank, but it should be fine where it is now. I had to wipe this down. This was wet. The floor was all wet, so I had to wipe it down. Thankfully, I had some microfiber towels in here, and those are really absorbent, so that worked well. Once it was dry, I just got this towel from downstairs and put it there, just to have it, just to have a towel there. So Ziggy is all set. Hopefully she'll stay quiet through the night. She has water. She had a very nice dinner. She ate the homemade raw food. I found this activity puzzle that I had for the cats. They haven't been able to use things like this because of the ant situation. So during ant season, like spring through summer, I can't really give them toys like this where you put like treats or food in it and then the cats, get it out, because it attracts ants if they don't get it out. So I thought maybe I'll fill it up for the kittens. I'll leave it for them overnight. Maybe they'll enjoy trying to get some treats out of it. Sammy's playing with the cat. And I was going to turn this on also before I leave the room and go to bed. So I filled this up. Every compartment has a treat. See? This one pushes down. This one pulls out. So I'm going to leave this on the floor. We'll see if the cats get everything out. It is raining so hard right now. It's really a good thing that I was able to trap Ziggy yesterday because there was so much more rain today. It would have been a horrible day to do it. There's a lot of very loud purring going on in this room right now. It might be coming from Ziggy. Good morning. Oh my God. Oh my God. Look what they did to the pom-pom. Oh my God. They can't have pom-poms. Look. This was a pom-pom. This was a pom-pom. They can't have pom-poms. I gotta take the pom-poms away. So this stuff was on the table. They knocked it down. Oh, look at this. Here's another piece of pom-pom. They got all the crunchies out except for one. Did they get them out of here? They didn't get that one. And they didn't get that one. So except for 3. Hey, Nancy. Who destroyed the pom-pom? So the runner is still on the shelf. And the non-slip mat is still under the runner. So it looks like that's working. But they got the grass down. And this is partially off the day sofa. I got to scoop the litters. The grass is partially covering the water, but at least it looks like maybe the water is not spilled. Right now it is 7 a.m. and all the other cats are fed. I'm ready for my day. I gotta start getting Ziggy ready for our trip to the vet, so I have to make sure this part is cleaned out. And then get her in there. But first I'm going to give the other cat some food. Or maybe I'll do this first. Where is she? I hope she's okay. You okay? Alright, she's okay. She's just hanging out. We had a very good night. A quiet night. That's good. It didn't start out quiet. It started out kind of loud. So I got to bed a little bit later than I wanted to. But it ended up being pretty quiet, or at least I was able to sleep through it because I slept through to my alarm, which is good. Even though I only had about 5 or 6 hours worth of sleep, I'm not feeling too bad. Oh, and look at this. They got this down off the table. They got this down off the table. These cats are so smart. They know how to get what they want. But right now, guys, we got to clean things up a little bit. I'm going to do the litter, then you guys could have some food, and then I want you to relax. So I've decided I'm going to clean out the transfer cage while she's resting comfortably on the other side. And it looks like she did use the litter to pee in it. Like you could see around here, the texture changes a bit and it does get a bit darker, potentially over there too, but at least one location. So that's good. So while she's been in here, she's pooped, she's peed, she's actually used this as a litter box. So this is successful. So here's the litter, and I don't know if you could see it on camera, but right around here is where she peed. It's where it's darker and the texture is a little bit different. It softens up these pieces a little bit, and it looks like maybe over here there's a little bit more. Once again, these plastic containers are from the Dollar Tree. You get a container and a lid for $1.25, and they do fit well in the transfer cages. And the cats have been using them as litter boxes, so I'm very happy about that. It's much cheaper than buying the ones that are supposed to fit these cages. They're more expensive, and the shipping on them is more expensive. All right, so the side is all cleaned out. There's newspaper on the bottom, a fresh training pad, and then 3 of the towels, the same towels that I've been using. And it sounds like Boo is hissing on the other side of the door, but that's fine. I just connected the transfer cage. I put the travel cover on top of it. And now I have to get her from here to there. So I'm going to take off the towel. She might just run over. Or she might not. She might just stay here. I'll tap the end and see if she runs over. If that doesn't work, I'll lift up the end a little bit and see if she runs over. And if I need to, I will stick the isolator in and just give her a little tap with the isolator. Okay, you gotta move over, Ziggy. Ziggy, you gotta move over, okay? Here, move over. Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. So we got her in. She was a little hesitant at first, but that's fine. I'm going to take this out, put the door in, and then we're good to go. I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but the door for the transfer cage is wider than the door for the trap. it's like an inch or two wider. So you have to make sure you have the right door. And there we go. She's safely in the transfer cage. She has 3 soft towels to land. She's not going to be happy, but we have less than an hour. Our countdown is now less than an hour to go. So really happy we came this far. So happy. It's 7:15. I just scooped all the litter boxes. She's meowing and howling like crazy. So I'm going to bring in some food and then hopefully we'll be leaving on time. So the sun is just starting to come up. Sunrise today is 7:15. So right about now, it's been dark all morning otherwise. It's still raining a little bit, drizzling, but not as bad as it's been pouring overnight. So that's the situation. What's going on here? 3 cats in the window. So that's Goldie, Richard, and Sammy. I could hear her meowing from out here. They're like, what are you doing? This is what I'm feeding to the kittens. They're getting 2 of these platters. So I have 2 of the Primal Raw rabbit nuggets, which I've cut up into pieces. 2 of the Stella and Chewy's rabbit patties, which I've smashed down into like a pate. I added water and also some dry food on top. So they're gonna get 2 of these platters. We'll see if they eat it. I gave them their breakfast. Ziggy, we gotta have a little talk, all right? So here's our talk. Me and you are gonna go for a ride, right? And we're gonna see some very nice people. They're your friends. You don't even know it yet, but they're your friends. And you have your big initiation procedure today, Ziggy. Yeah, today is your big initiation procedure. You're gonna get spayed, okay? That means you can then be a house cat because people want house cats to be spayed and neutered, right? She's rubbing on the trap. She's rubbing on the cage. So once you get spayed, then you're officially a house cat, right? With all your brothers and sisters. All of your brothers and sisters have done this already. You're the last one, okay? So they're waiting for you. They're all waiting for you, Ziggy. So you're going to be a good girl today. You have your big initiation ritual. It's like a big ritual. And they're going to take you. They're going to make you very calm. They give you something to make you very calm. And then you wake up and you're done. And you're done and you can come home, right? So today's your big initiation ritual. Okay? The big ceremony is today. Today is the ceremony, Ziggy. And then you're going to come home and you'll be an official house cat. Isn't that nice? You'll be official. Yeah. Yeah. You will be initiated into the club. Into the house cat club. Yeah. That'll be so nice, won't it, Ziggy? And me and you, we're going to take a ride. So we're going to go in a car, and there's going to be movement, okay? You can feel some vibrations from the car, some movement from the car, but it's only temporary, okay? It's only temporary. Then we're going to get there. You'll have your initiation, and then we'll come back in a car. And again, it's only temporary. Then you'll be with all of your brothers and sisters, okay? So I'm going to cover this so you could relax. I want you to take a nice nap. Just relax. Do some meditation, some visualizations. Just, do whatever you need to do to keep yourself calm, okay? Okay, she's curling up over there. Okay, I'm going to shut this, okay? And I'll be back for you in about 10 or 15 minutes, okay? It's 7:25 right now. We're going to try to leave by 7:45, okay? All right, let's shut this and you be nice and quiet and calm. So meanwhile, we have 4 cats eating. Nancy and Ringo are not eating yet. When I leave, they'll probably come out to eat. Okay, so it's actually 7:30, so I have to start getting my stuff ready and getting a move on things. 7:55, I'm leaving 10 minutes late. It says I'm going to get there 15 minutes late because there's traffic, because it's raining. She's been quiet and then she's been meowing, so fingers crossed we get there quickly and easily. So she's the loudest of all the cats. and the most persistent meower. I'm literally counting the minutes until I get to the vet's office. The GPS says 17 minutes. We have 14 minutes to go. There's an ambulance coming up behind us, and she's just been howling away. We're about 3 minutes away from the vet's office. The car in front of me is going so slow. There's like a line of traffic behind me because they're going so slow. She is, you know, howling. I'm very much hoping there's not going to be a lot of people there when we get there, that they take her immediately, and then things proceed smoothly and quickly today. So it's now 8:23 a.m. Thankfully, I did not have to wait that long at the vet's office. They took her within a few minutes. And the weather is just so horrible. It's so foggy. Visibility on the roads is just really bad. So I'm trying to think if I need to get any errands done or if I can just go home. I might just go straight home because it's that kind of day. This reminds me of the first day that I took Sammy in. That was a rainy, miserable day like today, except that day was colder. Today's warmer, but it looks like we're starting with a rainy day and we're gonna end with a rainy day. Hopefully this will be it. It is 3:10 p.m. I talked to the vet's office about an hour ago. They said Ziggy is doing well. I could pick her up at 5 p.m. So I've been cleaning the room. I scooped out the litter boxes. I washed the floor down with some pet wipes. Pet wipes are great for cleaning things other than pets. There goes Richard. I took the water dispenser out. I have it in my hands. I refilled it, washed it. I'm going to put it on a new tray on the floor. I put new towels down underneath the trap. New training pads. I cleaned out the trap. I put some fresh newspaper litter in there along with newspapers, training pads. So we're all ready for Ziggy to come home. And I did vacuum the room. That's why all the cats are underneath the day sofa. I threw some toys on the day sofa just to get them off the floor. I'm gonna put some of these towels in the wash. I have some towels in the wash now. I should have held it off until the rest of the towels went into the wash, but I wasn't thinking. Anyway, we're making progress, which I'm really happy about. Okay, so for the most part, the room is done. I put another fresh towel on the day sofa just because they seem to like laying on those better. I'm going to take out whatever part of this cage equipment I can take out of here, maybe just a few pieces. I don't need both of the isolators, for example. And then once Ziggy is out of the trap, I can get rid of like the training pads and those training pads and more covers, and it'll be more spacious and airy. I still have another one of these black high-sided litter boxes downstairs. I bought it to put in this room, so they'll have two of these. I'd like to move that one out of there and maybe just give them two of this size, or maybe leave that along with two of this size. It's been working out okay with me scooping multiple times a day, but I definitely need more litter boxes. So they say the normal rule of thumb is you want to have one litter box per cat, which in the rest of the house I have two downstairs and two upstairs, so that is one per cat. But they only use three of them. There's one that they never use, so it's really just like having three for the 4 cats. So there's going to be 7 kittens in here. There's no way I could fit 7 litter boxes in here. That's not going to happen. I could definitely fit 2. I had 2 in here for Ditto. So if I want to stretch it, I could put 3 in here. The problem with having one in here is that it's super, super messy. So that's why once the traps are out of here, I'd like to get rid of that and put it somewhere else. Once the traps are gone, all of this space becomes available. So I could easily put like a high-sided litter box here, or put a high-sided litter box here, move the water over. Maybe I'll move the water over here because that way it's closer to the door and it's going to be easier to refill and clean and all that. So that's probably what I'll end up doing. And I still want to take both of these litter boxes outside, empty them out, scrub them down, sanitize them really well. And right now it's not raining out anymore. It looks like the sun is trying to peek out of the clouds, so it might be a good time to take them outside and do that now, even though everything is still wet. I would just have to be really careful that I don't end up with all kinds of litter scattered all over the place, because if you've ever had piles of wet litter on a patio, it's not fun to dispose of. It is 4:05 p.m. The sun came out. It's nice and warm. It's a perfect day for scrubbing litter boxes right now. So that's what I just did. 1 litter box is down. This has been emptied, scrubbed, disinfected, sanitized. So I'm just leaving it here in the sun to let it air dry a little bit. I'm gonna go inside, empty out the other litter box, but actually first I'm gonna go get some cat litter bags. I still have some in my car from when I purchased them yesterday. And yeah, we're making progress today. Really happy. I just got done cleaning and disinfecting the litter boxes. I also cleaned and disinfected this little broom and dustpan. Just needs to dry off a little bit. I'm going to dry this one off and put fresh litter in it. And then I think I'm good as far as this room is concerned. Here comes Sammy. How you doing, Sammy? She likes to come out and inspect my work. You okay? Very nice. Very nice. Nice to see you too, Sammy. I know, they want some food. Yeah, I know. Hey, Richard. So both of the litter boxes have some litter in them. That is a total of 18 pounds of cat litter. So there's probably like 10 pounds in here and 8 pounds in here. It's an entire bag. I'm going through litter really fast. It is 4:50 p.m. right now. I just gave the cats a meal, so they're having some wholehearted liver and chicken. This is minced. It's not a pate. These are some cans that I had left over from when Ditto was here. I was trying all different kinds of food to see what he responded to. And then I have some dry food on top. This cat food is very watery, so I did not add any water to it. It's kind of like minced meats in a gravy. So I'm happy they like it. I need to get to the vet's office. I need to start leaving. They said I could pick her up at 5, and by the time I get there, it's probably going to be closer to 5:30, but that's fine. They're open later than that. But the room is nice and clean. Mission accomplished. Everything's ready for Ziggy's return. Right now, I think we are good to go. I'm just going to leave the room, and the other two will come out to eat. And yeah, who are we missing? We are missing Eva and Ringo. So those are the 2 shyest cats so far, Eva and Ringo. But they are also the 2 most recent house guests. And there goes Ringo. He just came out. So other than Ziggy, Eva would be the most recent house guest. So if I was only able to get 1 appointment a week, and I can only do 1 cat a week, it would take me almost 2 months to get all these cats done. So thankfully, by getting 2 appointments a week, it took a little bit less than 1 month. It would have taken only 3 weeks if Ziggy would have cooperated, but even then, it took 3.5 weeks, so that's not too bad. I'm so happy I found the vet's office that I found, and I'm really happy with the 2 vets that have been doing the surgeries, and I'm really happy with how these cats are progressing. I mean, I'm standing here talking to a camera, and they're all eating. They're not hiding. The only one that's hiding is Ringo. So I'm going to leave, and I'll let Ringo come out and eat some food before it's all gone. So I'm on my way to the vet to pick up Ziggy, and I've decided that I am not going to call animal control and take my name off of the list, because I want to see how long it's going to take them to get back to me. Like, are they going to get back to me this year? Are they going to get back to me next year? Like, how many months is it going to take for animal control to get back to me with regards to spaying and neutering these cats? So I definitely want to see what's going to happen there. I will, however, call the rescue group and relinquish the 2 tickets and the vet appointments that I have at the end of December. Right now I have an appointment in the beginning of December and another one at the end of December. So I think the first thing I'll need to do is call that vet's office and cancel those appointments, and then I'll contact the rescue group about that and make the necessary cancellations there. It's 6:10 p.m. and we just got home. She did so good in the car on the way home. She was really quiet, but as soon as we got home, she started meowing again. So I'm gonna put the cover back down. I'm gonna get her some food and water and then hook up the cage to the trap, and we should be good. Okay, so everything has been situated. First, I put the food and the water in this part of the trap. Then I covered it. And then I uncovered this part, and she wasn't happy being uncovered, so she scooted to that end. At which point I took it as my opportunity to put the isolator in, so she's isolated over there. I was then able to disconnect this and clean it out. It looked like maybe she had peed in there. There was liquid all the way through to the newspapers. So I wiped out the bottom, and I put in some fresh newspapers, fresh training pads, and a fresh towel. So everything there is nice and dry. And I'm going to cover this, and I'm going to take out the isolator, and then hopefully she'll just chill out for a while once she realizes that she's back, she has water, she has food. She might not eat for a while. I just gave her a small portion of the homemade raw food that I know she likes. And yeah, very happy. We're making progress. Meanwhile, I forgot to mention that the cats finished off every last speck of food that I gave them before. So in a little while, I'll give them another meal. It's 9:15 p.m. and I came in here to check on the cats. So there's Sammy and Richard, and other cats were out. They went under the day sofa, and now every time I come in their room, Sammy rubs up against my legs. And Richard comes to say hi. Hello. 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 Hey, Nancy. I want to see what Ziggy's doing. Did she eat her food? You okay, Ziggy? Oh, you're relaxing here. I could see her belly. You relaxing okay, Ziggy? Maybe she's still on meds. Oh, and she ate all of her food. You ate all of your food, Ziggy. Would you like some more? Would you like a little bit more food? So it has been about 3 hours since we got home. Oh, look at this. She's getting more comfortable. I'm going to have to scoot her over a little bit this way if I want to give her more food, because I have to slide out the... Yeah, I'm not going to give her more food while she's this comfortable. I'm looking at her belly. Can you guys see her belly? She's showing me her belly. If she moves over, okay, if she goes over there, I could isolate her there and then give her some food. Although she's sitting like almost right on the food bowl. And it looks like, did she make a pee-pee? No, she didn't use the litter. That's fine. Hey, Nancy. Hey, Nancy. How you doing? So, I got to scoop the litter. Here's my plan. I have to clean up the kitchen because I didn't clean it up. And I made a really big pot of broth today from the leftover turkey bones from the other day and the leftover rotisserie bones. So, got to clean up the kitchen. And after I clean up the kitchen, then I'm going to scoop the litter boxes. After I do that, then I'll give them a platter of homemade raw food because they had canned food before, so they'll have some raw food now. The other cats are having crunchies right now. And then I have to give Ziggy more of the homemade raw food. Might give her some first and then give them their platters. I'm starting to think they don't like the grass up there because they keep kicking the grass off, but they seem to like the runner. Like they don't have a problem with the runner. They're smelling the air right now. So maybe I'll just roll up the grass and put it in a cubby hole right now. It is 9:52 p.m. Hello, Richard. Hello, Sammy. I just came in the room to scoop the litter. Let me tell you what happened. So I started cleaning up the kitchen. Hey, Richard. And then I went into my bedroom because I wanted to get my iPad so I could like either listen to a video or, you know, something, a podcast while I was washing dishes and cleaning up the kitchen. And when I went into my bedroom, I saw that someone vomited on the floor. I think it was Boo because it was a very stressful day for him with Ziggy coming in and out, and Ziggy was making a lot of noise, like a lot of crying noises, and Boo does not like hearing kittens cry. So I think he just was so nervous that he vomited. Also, the other reason why I think it might be Boo is because when the cats were eating dinner, I remember thinking, wow, Boo ate his really fast. And then he went and he was eating what was left on the other plates. And it was a lot of vomit. Like, I was like, who ate all this food? I didn't recall a cat eating that much. But it might have been Boo because I did not watch the cats eating their food. I was downstairs with them, but I was cleaning up some stuff at the time. So I wasn't really paying attention to who was eating what. I just figured, okay, they're all eating their food. I didn't see anyone like really stealing from each other. So anyway, it was a mess. I had to clean it up. And then after I cleaned that up, I had to finish cleaning up the kitchen. So now I'm going to scoop the litter, bring it out to the garbage cans. My garbage cans are so full, and my garbage pickup isn't for another like 3 days. And it's full of mostly cat litter, which is really heavy. So yeah, it'll be interesting when garbage day rolls around. Anyway, so I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna put some food together for the cats, and I'm gonna give Ziggy some food, and then that's it. I'm done for the night. I'm so tired. I was up at 5 o'clock in the morning. So after they have their snack, I'm gonna put the game on for them. They have plenty of toys. I might go downstairs and look for some more toys for them. There's a lot of toys in here though. And then it looks like Richard's tired. Oh, he wants to get some sleep also. So anyway, that's the plan. Look at Ziggy. She's all stretched out. I could see her belly. I think she's still on medications. She's a lot more like chill now than she was before. And she's also probably more chill than any of the other cats have been when they got home. You okay, Ziggy? You tired? Of course she could just be really exhausted from being in this cage or trap for like 2 days already. Yeah, it's been more than 48 hours. Tomorrow will be 3 days. Tomorrow afternoon will be 3 days, but she's a trooper. By tomorrow you should be out, right, baby? Okay, she wants to get some sleep also. Okay. So there are 4 cats eating very quickly off of this platter. You would think they haven't had any other meals today, but they have. And I'm giving Ziggy some raw food. I'm gonna put it here. I don't want to give her too much at once, but I added some water to it so she'll get some liquid at the same time. Ziggy's purring. Ziggy, you purring? You happy to get some food? Okay. There you go. You could eat your food now. I think she's really happy to just be relaxing here in the cage or the trap and be back. You gonna go eat your food? You gonna go eat the food? You could eat it. It's right over there. There you go. There you go. You'll be out soon. You'll be out soon. You just need to relax, okay? There you go. There she goes. She's gonna eat it. Look at this. Little Eva came out. Hello, little Eva. Richard was gonna give her a headbutt. Richard headbutts everybody. Everybody loves Richard. You're a pretty girl, Eva. You're a very pretty girl, little Eva. Here's another platter of food that Eva and Ringo can eat, so I'm going to leave so they could come out and eat it. It is 10:30 p.m. and they have licked the platters clean again. These cats are eating a lot of food. How you doing, Sammy? There's Goldie hanging out by the window. Nancy. Richard. It sounds like there's a motorboat in here. Hello. Hello. There goes Ziggy in her belly. Hello, Ziggy. How are you, Ziggy? She looks comfortable. I think I heard a hiss from the other side of the door. Who's there? Who's there, Sammy? Is that Uncle Boo? Is Uncle Boo on the other side of the door? The cats are starting to get curious to see what's out there. Hey, Ziggy. She ate all of her food. Well, there's just a little tiny bit left. You're a very good girl, Ziggy, okay? You're doing so good. You're a very good girl, okay? I hope you're comfortable. You gonna get some sleep tonight? I want you to get some sleep, so I'm gonna put this down, okay? Put that down. So there's Ringo. And there's little Eva. It's just the two of them under here, which is fine. They both hissed at me. But that's okay. I'm used to it. Splash does it all the time. I just ignore it. This is Nancy's favorite game. I just refilled it for her. As soon as she heard me filling it up, she came running. She's the expert at this game. She really likes it. And somewhere downstairs, I do have like another one of those touch feeders. So I was thinking of bringing one up. Oh, who's this? Richard. Every time Nancy is eating something, Richard has to come and try to steal it. Move over, Richard. So Nancy's very good at this game. But see how sometimes one of the treats gets stuck in the corner? She hissed at him. Finally. She's like, leave me alone, this is mine. See, it got stuck in the corner again. That one's stuck in the corner. You want to take it out? There, I put it out for you. Here. That one's really stuck. Okay, there, go get it. I can't get that one out, it's really stuck. See how she knows how to move it? She knows how to slide it over. There goes Richard, stealing one. She's gonna slide those over. Hey, you remind me of your Aunt Stella. Nancy. That's something Aunt Stella would do. She's gonna try and get it out of the corner, but it's not gonna budge. I need to get like a screwdriver to get it out. One more, Nancy? Nancy. So Nancy just touched my hand as I was filling up this puzzle. She went and she touched my hand. She like tapped it. Richard, can you purr any louder? All right, I'm gonna go downstairs and look to see what toys I have in my stash. I have so many toys down there. I just have to look through them. So this is the fell away, however you pronounce it, dispenser that's plugged into the wall. And what just happened was little Eva was walking here, and she went and she sniffed it, and then she made a horrible face like, oh my god, that's disgusting, and then she ran away from it. So I'm actually going to unplug this. I have not noticed any difference at all with this plugged in. It didn't help to relax Ziggy at all. The only thing that seems to help relax Ziggy is whatever drugs they still have in her right now. So I'm going to unplug it. That way the cats can freely move around back here and not have to deal with this. So let's look at what we have here. So I found the spring toy. So I'm going to give them one of those. I don't know if they're going to play with it. I found this snacky snowman, which I'm going to put some temptations in. Hopefully they'll figure it out. Then I found this. This is a toy from the Dollar Tree from a while ago. You pull the tail and it moves. So it doesn't move for long. I just, I didn't want to give them anything that had ribbons that they could pull out or too many feathers. So after I saw what they did to the pom-pom, hey, be nice. I wanted to give them stuff that they're not going to be able to tear apart overnight. So I'm going to put some temptations in here. And before I leave the room, I'll put that other toy on for them, the cat's meow toy. And I also brought in some crunchies to put on a plate. She plays with this like every night. I just gave Nancy the snacky snowman. Is she gonna figure it out? She can smell there's treats in it. Is she gonna figure out how to get the treats out? Did she get some out? Oh, she got some out. Richard's gonna steal them. See, she's very smart like Stella. There's Sammy watching. And Richard's so much like Simba. He just wants to steal the treats. So this is the only one that I found that was still in the packaging. Like, I'm not going to give them the ones that the other cats use, because the other cats do like to use theirs. So I might either maybe order some more, or the next time I'm in a local store, see what they have. Is Richard going to figure it out? No, he's trying to just bite it. He's trying to bite the nose off of it. But he stole the toy from Nancy. Let Nancy play. It's her toy. She's the one that likes it. Okay, it's 11:15. I had given the cats a platter of crunchies. They're all gone. So here are the toys. They didn't really move far. Most of the
Most of the temptations are still in there. Ziggy's relaxing.
There's Goldie. There's Nancy and Sammy. Be nice. Kiss, kiss. Kiss, kiss. Be nice. Hey, be nice. Hey, Nancy. She just smacked Sammy. Oh, I think she wants to play. She has that look in her eye like she wants to play. It was maybe a play smack. Richard is down in the corner. I still need to put like a towel or a cat bed down there. Hey, be nice. Nancy's hitting Sammy's tail. So there have been a few fights in this room. There was a fight early this morning. I don't know who it was between. Nancy's going after Sammy's tail. Okay. I just set their toy up, so that'll be on for about 30 minutes, and when I leave they'll probably come down and play with it.
Thank you for watching this Lucky Ferals video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you'd like me to post more videos, and please make sure to check out these other videos that were selected especially for you.